Hey guys, good evening, Obodo fam. Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. Happy weekend. You're welcome. Thank you all for being here today. You just finished watching part one, that skin girl. Oh, okay. That prepares you for part two. Yeah. So it was a week today that we had a part one of this show titled Nigerian Men Hate Nigerian Women. It's a question. Okay. So I welcome you all tonight. Thank God it's Friday. It's the 11th of Feb 2021. Thanks, it's Gigi. You're welcome. Love you all so much for being here. Please give this video a thumbs up as you're coming in. I want to appreciate my sister that gave me this. This outfit was gifted to me for Christmas. And it's been in my wardrobe. And I was thinking maybe when I go to Nigeria, I'll wear it then. Today, I saw it and I was like, okay, we're talking about Nigeria. So let me represent. It's Nigeria color, green, white, green. So thank you to Obodo Farm sister that gifted me this agbada for Christmas present. Thank you so much. It's like a mini boo boo, but it's really lovely. Material is very thin. Not for this weather, but it will be very nice to rock it in Nigeria. So thank you so much to that my beautiful sister that gifted it to me. It's so lovely. Look at it. See the arm? It has this bogus arms and it's really nice. Thank you. I'm representing for Live Star. Oh my god, I'm representing. How is my audio? Is it good? I'm representing Nigeria. I hope my audio is good. Can you hear me? So I feel like I need to say something about last week before we proceed to today. So last week we had this conversation here. It was quite heated, it was unexpected, and a lot was said. Okay. And a lot of people were triggered, right, by the tone of the conversation. Actually, I had to go and play it all over again and listen to it, the comments, and people calling in to contribute and all that. And I realized that it was a really heated conversation. Okay. And I just wanted to say something about that. We are not here to fight. I'm not fighting anybody, but I understand why a lot of people were triggered by that topic. Okay. I'm going to speak for myself. Okay. Because I know if I don't know any other person's story, and I don't know any other person's experience, at least I know my own. I know my experience. I know my mother, my grandmothers. I come from a long line of Nigerian women that are very, very supportive towards their husbands, that are strong with the right values, building family, contributing, holding their husbands up. Okay? So that's the stock that I'm made of. That's my pedigree. So when somebody comes here to trash Nigerian women, you will see where I'll have my back up. All right? Because I'm not saying that all Nigerian women are saints or Nigerian women are angels. There's no tribe that everybody is good. All right? I even understand that there are some Nigerian women who come to the diaspora and they refuse to work to support their husbands. Okay? But what I'm saying is that if you look at the average Nigerian girl, from when we were like 7, we've been groomed and prepared for marriage. Okay? We are prepared for marriage. The average Nigerian girl, not woman, no girl. Thank you, Joy. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was just talking about this outfit. Someone gifted it to me for Christmas. It's really nice. So we've been prepared for marriage all our lives. So I was reflecting on this topic today because I was thinking when I was going to work today, and I was thinking about, why the conversation got so heated last week was because Nigerian women, a lot of Nigerian women have been through a lot. Okay. And we had that conversation while when we said that it's not all Africans that are so big on marriage, but Nigeria is the headquarter of marriage, like marriage for women. Okay. The culture of marrying is built in our brain since when we are growing up. A girl of 6 7 years old, I remember growing up, if I'm sweeping and I'm not bending down properly to sweep. You know how they sweep back home in Nigeria? You use broom to sweep. My mom would say, bend down. You need to bend down properly to sweep. Is this how you're going to sweep in your husband's house? If I cook as a 12 or 15-year-old kid, and maybe the food is not as tasty as my mother would want it, she'll say, is this what you're going to do in your husband's house? So the grooming starts from that age when you were like 7, 6, 7. Yeah. But looking back now, I can't say the same thing for my brothers. None of my brothers knew how to cook. None of my brothers ever entered the kitchen. I'm not saying this is it for all Nigerian men. I'm talking about my own home where I grew up. And my brothers could get away with anything. The only thing I remember that my parents ever taught my brothers was bring the bread home. You are, you are the man, so you need to look after your family. You need to provide the bread. Okay? But they never taught the men how to be a good husband, how to be a good man. The expectation is that just bring the bread home and you can be anything. You can behave anyhow you want. Okay? But we, the girls, were the one that were schooled, we were taught, it was hammered on our head every single day. Your husband's house, your husband's house. So we grew up in that environment prepared for husbands. But our husbands were not prepared for us, because our husbands were only prepared to bring the bread home. And our mothers also contributed, though, my people. My mother worked all her life. I was born to meet my mother working. She worked until, in fact, we forced her to stop doing business. We had to force her at a certain age. She refused. She said, no, what will I be doing? I have to. So women generally support, and that's why in that video you see how a lot of people were heated up when some Nigerian brothers now go and start trash talking Nigerian women to African women from other nationals because of their experience or their narrow view or what they've dealt with or their bubble. A lot of people were triggered. I didn't even know I was triggered. I thought I was not triggered. But thank God for the people in my life who always, give me feedback. And they said, "Oh, Brie." And one of my sisters said, "It's like you were triggered by that video." I said, "No, I'm not triggered." Then I had to go and listen to it and watch it again. And you know what happened? I kid you not. Let me hold my hands up, because I'm a very self-reflective person. I do critical reflection, which I am trained to do because of my profession. So I sit down to critically reflect on things. And as I was listening to that video that day, I didn't even know my son was at home. And he was like, when we finished listening for like maybe an hour or thereabout, he came and said, "Mom," and that was Toby, was like, "Mom, you know what? Just listen." And it's like when you don't like the opinion of what somebody is saying, you usually just read a comment or you cut them off. Honestly, I didn't know. I didn't know. But I took it on board. Okay. So if you were in that show on Friday and I cut you off and I sounded a bit, harsh, I apologize. Okay. The conversation got heated. I apologize. I hold my hands up. I'm not too big to apologize. I consider myself a humble person, but like the way I stood, like I was standing in for generations of Nigerian women, because I know what Nigerian women go through in marriage. So when you come to dish Nigerian women, as far as I'm concerned, you are dishing me, and I will not take it. I will fight. I will fight. So if you called into that show and you felt like I didn't listen to you and I was a bit, defensive, I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. Mhm. Right. So today I'm going to listen. Okay. I'm going to listen. I will listen to everybody, but please be respectful. That's all I ask. Don't say, "Oh, this is why they prefer us," because it's not a context, like we said at the end of that conversation. It's not about we and them, because I believe that our orientation is different. The way we are raised is not the same way other people are raised. Nigerian women are different from other breed of African women. So don't say this is why they prefer us. Rather, be looking at why Nigerian women are not acting the way our mothers acted. Let me tell you something. For those of you who are not Nigerian women here, my African sisters, our mothers went through a lot. They put up with a lot of BS in marriages. We saw it all when we were growing up. Our aunties, our sisters. There was a lot of abuse. It was either covered up and people were encouraged to stay. So there is a lot of revolution going on now. A lot of people are revolting. A lot of women are saying, no, we can't continue the way it is. Okay? Yetunde, thank you very much. You understand where I'm coming from. Mhm. Yeah, I've taken on board the feedback. Yeah. We want to learn, but it's not about saying, oh, this is why they prefer me. If you come from Zimbabwe, for instance, let's take Zimbabwe as an example, a Southern African country. You can't come and say, this is why Nigerian women and Nigerian men prefer us to you people. You don't do this, you don't do this. No, that's not right. Because your orientation is different. Marriage might not be a big deal to you where you come from. You were not raised to marry, do or die, do. A lot of people who come from other parts of Africa here tell us that they were not raised that way. Not marrying in some cultures in Africa, East or South Africa, is no big deal. Nobody will come and start shaming you because you are not married. But you need to understand where a Nigerian woman is coming from. Okay? The culture is deep. Marriage is something that is ingrained in our brain. And as a result, a lot of people have taken a lot of things they shouldn't have. And that's why today we are trying to teach and change, unlearn those things. And that's why my sister that came here yesterday to speak from Liberian, Liberian sister that came here yesterday and spoke, I really, really like what she said about how she was teaching her daughter marriage is good, is a blessing, but you must not, this is what marriage should be. It shouldn't be like this. Okay? So that is the culture. We grew up in it. Our brothers, they could do anything and get away with it. I'm talking about brothers, not even. And a lot of homes, it was like that. Now we are in a 20th century or 21st century. This is no longer 1960 or 1950. But attitudes don't change easily. Hmm? Attitudes don't change easily. Eunice said, let me read what Gigi said. My mom is the first female doctor in the part of Nigeria where I come from. And as the first black female principal GP in the part of London, her surgery is. Uh, Eunice said, the video made me feel some kind of way. The entire African continent of women, except the Nigerian women, were offended. You can't say that on behalf of everybody. Speak for yourself, Eunice. If you were offended, say I am offended. You cannot just say, did you do a survey? How do you know that everybody was offended? We spoke the truth. You spoke your truth, we spoke our truth. So why are you saying everybody who is not Nigerian was offended? By what? Who? Nobody insulted anybody. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't use any abusive language. So I don't know why you are saying that. Okay? You spoke your truth, I spoke my truth. If you are uncomfortable with my truth, then so be it. I'm just saying generally with the tone of, the conversation, how it went. That's what I'm apologizing for. I do not apologize for my stand. My stand does not change. I believe what I believe and I will stand on it. And I'm very, very protective of my Nigerian sisters because I know what we have been through. Not me per se, yeah, but I'm talking generally about the culture, what our culture has done to us. Okay, so Gigi carried on and said, yet, as a well-accomplished woman, she served her husband and rolled her sleeves at home. She put up with a lot of humiliation, but she kept her head high. I consider her a great woman. You see? So it is when the conversation becomes, oh, me against you. That's where there's a problem there. When you make it a competition between Nigerian women and non-Nigerian women who are from African background. That is not the conversation. We are talking about why a few Nigerian men who say they prefer non-Nigerian women who are also Africans talk negatively about us. That's what we are talking about. And that's okay. And I think we have that understanding when we finish that show that day that, okay, if this is what everybody has a choice. Some Nigerian men don't like Nigerian women. Some Nigerian men like Nigerian. Some Nigerian women don't like even black men. They will tell you they don't want to date a black man. It's all about individual. But you don't put everybody in one, bowl. Mm? Chacha said, I am Kenya also. Which offense is she talking about? I don't know. Eunice is saying that all of you are offended. So I don't know what she's talking about. It was a conversation. Yeah? Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Mia said, I'm a Sierra Leone woman married to a Nigeria Igbo man, and I was not offended at all. I love my Nigeria sisters. And if my Nigerian husband ever said any bad things about them, I would have never married him. Thank you, Miss Mia. That's true. You cannot come and be talking. Let me tell you something. If a man comes to you and starts saying something negative about his country women, there's something wrong with that man. You need to check him. Or if a woman starts trashing, I don't like anybody trashing Nigerian men. If you see anybody trashing Nigerian men, I will fight too, as I'm here now. I will fight. I don't allow it. In fact, I don't like anybody trashing Nigeria as a whole. That's why when you see people coming here and they start calling Nigeria some negative names, I'll say, don't say those names. Don't. You shouldn't. For instance, some people call Nigeria a zoo. Have you heard them? They'll say it's a zoo country. And I said to them, if Nigeria is a zoo, that means your parents are living in a zoo. And people that live in a zoo, what are they? People don't live in a zoo. It's animals that live in a zoo. So if you say Nigeria is a zoo, that means you are indirectly calling your parents animals. So all those kind of language, I don't like it. Every country has the good and the bad. Individual, we should deal with people on individual basis. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Neka says, I watched the video live. Eunice, I'm not sure what is offensive in the comment section that day. Okay. Right. So we're just going to move on. And I don't have too much to share because I want people to talk today and I'm just going to listen. All right. As long as you are not abusive, I'm okay. All right. I just have something. I want the direction of the conversation to go a certain way today. So I want to share something with you about this same culture that we're talking about. Okay. I found it online when I was looking into this, and I think it's going to help us with this conversation today. It says 6 problematic things that Nigerian men have been raised to believe. 6 problematic things that Nigerian men have been raised to believe. Am I sharing my screen? Can you see it? Yeah, okay. You can see it. All right. This will help us to understand the context in terms of culture. Because what we realized the other day when we're talking about this, which my friend Sid just dropped the coin, was the fact that these things that we're talking about has to do with the culture. The way we are raised is different from the way women from other parts of Africa are raised. Okay? And I found this article on Bella Ninja and it's quite rich. Okay? It talks about how Nigerian men, that they are highly educated, men, most stylish men in Africa, in terms of making it and, pushing the boundaries in all areas. You find Nigerian men there. Okay, very intelligent, innovative. I also talked about how Nigerian women are competitive in the last video. Nigerian men are excellent in business as well and in their jobs. They tend to dominate. They dominate in whatever environment they are. They find themselves in and they take charge when needed. And the article says they are also reportedly good in bed. Okay? Not be me talk more. But I hear a lot of people say this on social media. Okay. So it talks about some of the bad things, some of the bad attributes of Nigerian men and all that. But this is the part that I'm going to. These are the 6 points I want us to look at today. And this is part of the problem of the culture, why it becomes problematic when we are in relationships. Okay? And the first one here is said that monogamy is a myth. So he says the Nigerian man grows up watching his father cheat on his mom while his mom cheerfully looks the other way. He sees his brother sneak different girls into the house and other male figures getting away with randy behavior. He then grows up with this mindset that monogamy is the last thing he feels he owes a woman. He only feels complete when he cheats on the woman he is dating or in a relationship with. Even if he's in love with her, he still keeps side chicks or even baby mamas. He is hardly bothered that the female feels hot, used, and uncared for. He expects women to accept it as a reality of life because he believes monogamy is a myth. Okay? And he goes on to say it is essential that he realizes that monogamy actually is practical and can be achieved. It is weak of a man to hide under the assumption that monogamy is a myth. Monogamy and fidelity are actually attainable traits. You just have to discipline yourself enough to pull through. That's the first one. Okay. The second thing that this article is talking about, the wrong things that Nigerian men have been trained with, what they believe. It says that he cannot cry. Boys don't cry, or he cannot show emotions. Men don't cry or show emotions. Okay, let me just read it. It says Nigerian women and Nigerian mothers and fathers ram this into the heads of their sons from a very early age. They are discouraged from sharing their feelings with one another or even from having feelings at all, for that matter. Right from a tender age, feelings would make them sissy, in quotes. Okay? And less of a man. Raised with this mentality, many bottle up their emotions and learn to only express them via anger or mean spirited acts. They become hard hearted, lacking empathy, and worse. Since they believe the female is the one who can have emotions, they believe that the female owns them some kind of free uh, uh, maternalistic emotional labor. Hmm. So teaching boys that men shouldn't show their emotion, don't cry is actually very, very negative. I beg every human being, even Jesus self wept. And Jesus, as far as we know from history, is a man. So I don't know why that is a very, very negative thing to teach boys that they shouldn't cry. Another thing that African Nigerian parents taught their sons is that he has to preserve the family name and bring home the bacon. This is one of the things I said. I saw my parents actively do this. Okay, Nigerian men are raised with the belief that they will eventually be the breadwinner of their own families. They will have to go to work, make money, and provide for themselves, their wives, children, and even extended family members who cannot help themselves. He is supposed to earn more than his wife. Okay, and upon marriage, his wife will have to take on his surname and bear him sons that will pass on the family name. She will be humble and be the neck while he remains the head, right? This mentality is fostered by tradition, culture, and religion, but it is not necessarily the truth of his existence. These beliefs put a lot of pressure on him and also sets him up such that he has expectations that may not be realistic. These expectations causes problems in his marriage and may lead to depression. Okay? I like this last paragraph. It says, no, a man does not have to be the breadwinner. His wife can take up the role if she earns more and has better work ethics. No, the woman must not take up his surname unless she wishes to. And no, he doesn't have to pass on the family name. And the same family name will probably not exist in the next 1,000 years. So where's all the pressure? So, I mean, what they could have had there in my opinion, is that if they're saying that, okay, now the dynamics of families are changing. In some families, women are actually the breadwinner, the wife is the breadwinner. So that means the man also should be prepared to pick up some aspects of the domestic chores. It is not beneath him to do that. Okay? But a lot of our brothers were not raised to be domesticated like that. And some don't bother, they never learn. I can't remember any of my brother knowing how to cook. I'm not saying that they are not Nigerian men that cook or domesticated. I'm just saying that on the majority, the woman is supposed to be the one that will do the house chores, cook, look after children. So when they do it, they see it as a favor to you as a woman, which is, it doesn't work. Not today. Anyway, and the third one is saying that the Nigerian men are raised to believe that they are more intelligent than the woman, and women are not as important as men. Hmm. So from when they were young, they are taught, why would you let a girl get a higher mark than you in school? You can be here and your sister is answering all the questions. What is wrong with you? From that tender age, it's ingrained in their brain that the superiority of a man. And that's why you see some marriages, the man keeps looking for a male child. If he doesn't have a male child, as far as it's concerned, he never born pikin. Till today, we have men like that who are still looking for male children because they believe daughters are not good enough. Okay? That's wrong. And the next one says he should be able to get away with anything. Leave boys. Leave him, oh. Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. This comment suggests that being male in Nigeria means that you can get away with just about anything. The gender socialization is patriarchy. The context is patriarchy, you know, and it makes men to take on the position of power, but also they believe that they are almost invisible. He is raised to feel a sense of ownership and entitlement over almost everything. The average Nigerian man does not understand why a girl will say no to him and live happily ever after, while a company would deny him a job if nepotism is not involved, or why he should have to control his consumption of alcohol, for example. He believes that he should be able to wield a certain amount of authority and power over every situation. Otherwise, he is perceived as a mark against his masculinity, as being weak. So he concluded that point by saying the truth is being a man does not absolve you from certain responsibility. You remain accountable for your actions despite your sex. And the final one, which is the last one, pride, is talks about pride. Pride is paramount. I'm going to link it in the video when we finish for those who are interested. I'm not reading everything, I'm just paraphrasing some of the points. The average Nigerian man is cocky, controlling, and self-centered. This is probably because he's raised to believe that that he is not a man if he does not have pride. To maintain his pride, he pretends to be what he is not and engages in dubious activities just to put up the expected facade. During a conversation, you won't know anything about it, but they will give you their own opinion and try to even force it on you, down your throat. They will go bankrupt purchasing an item just to prove a point, or even sell his house to earn a title. It is great to have a measure of pride in oneself, whether you are male or female, but at what cost? So the article ended by saying, so think about this critically, slowly, and carefully. Progress only comes when we are able to unlearn, that's the word, unlearn, and relearn things in life. Don't be stuck in the rough. The world is moving forward, and so should you. Wow. I thought this was so interesting. Very, very interesting. Let me see who the author is. Bella Ninja, and it was written. It didn't say the person that wrote it, just say published by Bella Ninja Features. Yeah, I thought this was quite interesting. So it talks about the six problematic, things that Nigerian men have been brought up to believe. So uh, you see where I'm coming from now. You see where we're coming from. We are looking at it from a cultural perspective now, why things are the way they are today. Okay? Adana says, I'm not a Yoruba woman, I'm an Igbo woman, and my stand always remains that the only people living in our home is my husband, my wife, and my kids. End of story. Anyone else is visiting for a short while. So you don't want extended family in your home. I'm sorry, but I'm against living with family members under the same roof, except when we have a mansion where we have their own entrance and exits, and we don't see each other every day. Biko, I hear you. I hear you. I don't know how people do it, or living with in-laws, especially. I don't know. I don't know how people do it, but apparently people do it. Eh? So I just read that. I mean, it's not absolute. Okay, this does not apply to every single Nigerian man. Okay, but this is the culture. This applies to the culture from the north to the south to the east to the west. This is the culture. Okay, and this is how we were raised. This is how we were socialized. So growing up, I would see my brother after school, or the ones that are older than me will just go play, do whatever they like. Me, I cannot go. If I dare go anywhere, the kind of beating my mom will give me that day, that she will come home and meet me. I'm not at home. I will be the one that will go to school and come back. I will be the one that will cook, and my brother will just stroll in and eat. And I remember, even some of them they will not even wash the plate. When they finish, they expect me to wash the plate. So my point is that when they grow up like that, when boys grow up like that, and we're all young, we're not even adults, teenagers, growing up. So when boys grow up like that, it's the same mentality they carry into their marriage. Okay? So this my particular brother I'm talking about it today, now he doesn't know how to cook. Okay? He doesn't know how to cook. I have to be advising him now. I hope you're helping your wife. You know you have children. Don't leave everything to how. Are you helping with the children? Are you doing school runs? He will say, no, he's doing it. I say, you have to, because times have changed. No woman, because the wife works. So you don't expect your wife to go to work, come back, and she'll be the one that is slaving. This is what builds resentment. It gets tiring. And let me tell you the worst one. The worst one is that when the man is not working and the woman is the breadwinner, she's the only provider in the home, and you will not believe it in the diaspora that some men will still believe that that woman that is going to work, you know, bringing home the only bread in the family will still be the one that will come home and see dirty dishes. You're at home from morning till night. You don't know that, okay, this is my wife that have gone to work now. She comes back, and my children, let me at least, even if I don't know how to cook, let me try. Maybe there's stew in the freezer, like we normally cook in bulk here. Just make rice or something, potatoes, and clean the house. She'll be happy when she comes. See, everything I say about relationship is one person is what called beruduri. It's about helping one another. Mm? It's about one person putting the other person into consideration. But women have negative experience with men, Nigerian men. Some Nigerian women have negative experience with Nigerian men, and some Nigerian men have had negative experiences with Nigerian women. Definitely. But that doesn't mean that Nigerian women are bad women who don't know how to take care of men, or don't know how to take care of their husbands. That's such a blanket and very annoying statement. Oh, this is what they are doing. This is what we are doing. And the thing that really shook me in that conversation, I'm not going to lie, is that a lot of our brothers were taking the stand and making it all about financial arrangements. To be honest, I was quite disappointed. This is me. I'm talking about myself now. I don't know how you guys feel about it. It was all about, money, money, money. If you want to calculate things that women do, that money you cannot even pay. How much are you going to pay me for that 9 months pregnancy that I carried? All the stretch mark in my body now. And why? I posted a picture on Instagram on Thursday, and everybody was shouting how I was in 2003. Look at me now. Because of pregnancies and carrying babies and all the things that my body have gone through, how much are you going to pay me for that pregnancy? for carrying a baby, for one baby, 9 months. Do you know what my body go through? Can you pay me for it? Can you pay me? If you want to go and do surrogacy, don't you know how much you will pay the surrogate mother? Some will do CS. There are so many things that women go through that you can't put a price on it. So when brothers were talking about money the other day, I was kind of shocked. You cannot pay us for what we do. Is it the sleepless nights, hormones, pregnant, breastfeeding? How much are you going to pay me for breastfeeding your child that bears your name? It doesn't even bear my name, oh. It doesn't bear my father's name. It's your name. How much will you pay me for my breast that this boy will gum? And you know boys, they know how to suck breasts. So take the nipple go, they pay me. Can you put a price on it? Or is it the hormonal changes? Is it postpartum? We cannot describe what a woman. So when you want to talk about money, please be very, very careful talking about money in marriage. Because so many things that women do, you can't pay us for it. You cannot. But we do it because of love. We do it because God has created us to be nurturing. You know, women that desire children that don't have yet, they'll be running kitty 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 looking for how to get pregnant. But when you get pregnant, hey, Jesus. Hi. Only a woman can tell you what it means to have another human being growing inside of her for 9 months. You don't know what it does to a woman. It doesn't only affect your body, it affects your mind, it affects your emotions, it affects your mental health, everything. I remember one pregnancy I had, I was just so angry all the time. I cannot lie down properly. I cannot sleep properly. Food tastes nasty in my mouth. I was so angry. And my husband does not understand why I'm this way. It just seems like I'm difficult. Try and carry this thing I'm carrying in my belly, you will know how easy it is. So when people are talking about money, I just laugh. Money. You know, when I was growing up, let me tell you guys something. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a boy. I wanted to be a boy. I didn't want to be a girl. Honestly, I wanted to be a boy. Do you know why? Because I felt like it was easier to be a boy. As a Nigerian, I felt like it was easier to be a boy. Because all you have to do, I can make money. I'm very good at making money. It's easy to make money if you are serious. If that's the only thing I have to do in marriage, okay. I prefer it if we can swap. So you will carry the pregnancy. You will go to labor. You know what labor pain is? Hey, Jesus Christ. I born for Nigeria. I don't born picky for Nigeria before. So I know there was no epidural. Oh, Jesus. My brain is like they are frying my brain. The pain. When the thing will hit me, I will like, Jesus, take me now. Take me home. I can't. This is too much. It's like they are cutting your skin. That is how labor pain is. It's like somebody is they are cutting your skin and tearing it apart like this. The pain is raw. How much are you going to pay me for that labor? And I was there. This big-headed baby refused to come out. Hours. I will scream. I will cry. I will shed tears. I will curse. Nothing I didn't do. Baby took their time. This boy took his time before he now finally came. Hours later, I thought I would not survive it. So my point is, women will go through a lot. So brothers, be careful and please be kind when you start talking about money. Money is good. We can make money too. But there is so much more that a woman brings into a relationship more than money. When a woman has a baby for the first, let's say 4 years of that child's life, your life is on hold. So a lot of women have to put their life on hold just to raise the family, because even in the obodooyinbo, when you calculate it, how much are you going to pay childminder? How much? Your life is on hold. If that pikin is sick, now you are sick. If there's anything in school, they will be calling you right, left, and center. And some brothers, if you call them, they will not go. If the school will call them, here now, any small thing, they don't call you, come and take your child. Some brothers will not go. I remember one time when I had PJ, I had to quit a job in this country because of issue of school calling me, because when he was born, he had tonsillitis. And He used to have temperature all the time. I was working in a very far place. I have to travel over 1 hour to get to, and I take the train. He just started nursery, or is it primary then? Every day school will be calling me. I was frustrated. I said, what kind of wala is this? Call the father. They'll say they cannot reach him. Sometimes they will call him, will say, oh, I'm busy, I can't go. Call my wife. I will start on kitty kitty. At a point, I handed in my resignation. I'm telling you my own experiences now. I handed in my resignation. I told my guy, I said, I can't do this again. This will kill me. I can't. Oh, Bridget, we like you. You are doing so well. Why are you leaving? I said, my child is always sick. And this is getting to me. I can't be running up and down every day. They are calling me. Let me come and just stay at home. I didn't have another job. I just quit. Because the frustration was too much for me. I will cry every day. I was down. It was a very dark moment in my life, my people. When the children are grown now, it's okay. Oh, they can do their own thing. You have a bit more stability in your life. You have a bit more freedom. But when you are raising a family, please, brothers, that is not when you come and start looking at bill and be checking 50-50 or 60-60 who will pay it. We do a lot. It wasn't until we removed he had to have a surgery to remove the tonsils, because he had really large tonsils. That's what the doctor said, that they have to remove it before that boy now became okay, that he wasn't having regular temperature anymore. Then I had to start thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? It is not an easy thing. So I'm just saying this to make you understand that it's not everything that is money when it comes to relationship. There are so many things that you cannot even do. You can't do it. When a baby is born, for the first at least 2 months, those little human beings, they know they sleep. Oh my God. There's a woman on Instagram that describes her children as unemployed. They say unemployed little people. These unemployed little people, they know they sleep. In the night, when you are just about to close your eyes, wah, 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 oh my God. You won't sleep in the day. You won't sleep at night because you have other ones that you are running after, preparing food, preparing lunches, doing school runs. And this one will not sleep at night. I'm like, goodness, what is this? My dear, women go through a lot. We do go through a lot. We do it without complaining. We do it because of love. So before you start saying negative things about any woman, whether Nigerian woman or any other woman, based on your very small experience on your bubble, as somebody in Canada said the other day, that is the experience on their bubble, please think very critically. And that's why I was asking a lot of people that day, is your mother like that? And they'll say, no, my mother is not like that. I say, but your mother is a Nigerian woman now. Why is she not like that? We're not talking about Nigerian women. We're talking about Nigerian women. So if we want to bash, let's bash all our mothers together. All of us are the same. We're all bad. We're not good. So, see, the way I see it, I'm sharing my link now if you have anything to say. So we have this conversation. The way I see it is that I feel like we should respect one another. There is no need for you as a Nigerian man to bash a Nigerian woman just because you've had a bad experience. And there is no need for you as a Nigerian woman to bash a Nigerian man. Okay? Because you've had people have broken your heart. Yes. Heart gets broken or shattered every day. They will still mend. Okay? But it doesn't mean that all men are like that. That is the danger of stereotype. And it is that stereotyping that I don't like. JD say, I love the real Nigerian women, not the fake one. Which one is fake one? JD, you don't come again, no. It's you that day. Oh my God. Pressure say, I would rather be a man. Women go, I'm telling you, I wanted to be a man when I was a kid because I was very young then. I said, if my brothers can be getting away with this, then I want to be a man. Is it not only money they are going to make? I will go to school and I will make money. It is easy to make money. It is easy to make money. Trust me, if you are not lazy, you can make money. I prefer to make money than to do all these other roles that I'm doing as my role as a wife and a mother. Give me the money making. I will be making the money and paying all the bill. You take over if you can. Let me see you take over. So you see how easy it is. You will cook breakfast, lunch, dinner. You will do school runs. You will do homework. You carry them to school and come back. We don't have school bus in the UK. Oh. It's you that will do. Until your children finish primary school in the UK, your eye go see. Oju Ari Mabo. Shebi in the US, you people have school bus. Here, there's no school bus. It's you that know how your child will go to school and come back. If you are working, and you have a young family, you need to factor in how you are going to, go to work and come back before time for collection. My goodness, it is so stressful having young children in the abroad. It is, oh my goodness, it is so stressful. When my children were young, I would cry every day. I didn't even know that there was something they call postpartum. I think I probably had it. Honestly, I didn't know. I will call my mother every day. I will say, I want to come back home. I want to go, because when I was in Nigeria, my mother was there to help me when she was alive. When I came to obodooyinbo, I said, no, 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 I can't. I can't. I want to come back. I will cry every day and call my mom and say, I'm coming back to Nigeria. Say, hey. I said, there's nobody to help me. I can't. I'm struggling. It was tough. Oh, I'm not going to lie. It was really, really tough. But now they are grown now, by the grace of God. At least they are more independent now. So I have a breeder. So my point is, when you're talking about money, please factor in what we do that you cannot pay. You can't pay us. You can't. Arima, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a while ago. That was a while ago. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what it means to have a young family. And because I know some of you are not married yet. Some of you are, you just got married, and some of you are still planning to have a family. It is a lot. So when we start talking about bills, what is bill? Which bill? Give me the bills, I'll pay it. You do. Go and carry belle. Let me see you. If it's possible, let's trade. It is well, oh, my people. My link is in the comment section, my people. I've talked for 46 minutes now. Natasha, you're welcome, sweetie.
Hi, Auntie B. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What do you have to say, my darling?
I just wanted to say you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
I just wanted to just quickly say some things because I listened a little bit to the last one, but
Mm-hmm.
then I didn't finish because I had to drop off. So, but it was very interesting, and I'm not Nigerian,
Okay.
and so I found it very interesting that some women who are not Nigerian find it as a flattering thing when
Yeah.
a guy comes to them and they're saying, "Oh, I don't like Nigerian women for X, Y, Z," and this is the reason because I've had guys approach me like this and I personally see it as a red flag if a guy is coming to me and they're saying they don't like Nigerian girls. Because number one, a lot of my best friends are Nigerian women. But besides that, I also think what they're just trying to say is they don't want to be a provider. Either they don't want to be or they cannot be. That's usually what it is. Because why I say this is women are very similar in the context of women who, for example, want to be housewives and are very family oriented, whether they are any race, you find they want the same things. They're looking for the same things in a husband. Women who are very career driven, women who want a career, don't really want a husband or just want a partner. You find no matter whether they're Asian, whether they are, African, they have, you know what I mean? They want very similar things. Because if you look at like advice or, what women, when they support each other, especially online, there are women talking from across the globe. You could be talking to someone from Russia, but if
Mm-hmm.
you guys have a common interest, do you
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? It's the same. So I find it interesting when a guy comes up to me and they're shocked because usually they are coming up to me. I'm not Nigerian. And then they're shocked. They're like, oh, you too want to provide a man. But I'm like, that's how I was raised. And I relate to that. My friends who are white also who want to provide their husbands, who think the same, they're the same way. So it's very interesting to me because I'm like, I already know the mindset you're coming with, and you're not going to find that here because I'm the same. Like what you're running from is really because what I want with that woman. What if I have the same values as any other Nigerian woman with the same thing? And then another thing that I also want to say, they'll say they don't want a Nigerian woman, but then they're very shocked. But what they really want is like a Nigerian woman, but in a Zambian woman. And what I mean by this is they'll come to you. I'm from Southern Africa. They'll come to you. They're shocked you don't cook jollof. There's no jollof in my country. There's not even a plantain in my country. So it's very
Mm-hmm.
when you don't know what plantain is. I'm like, there isn't it's not there where I was raised. We're not in a
Mm-hmm.
tropical. And so it's like they're you know what I mean? They'll not tell you my favorite food is amala or something like that. I don't even know what that is, Auntie B. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So it's like,
Mhm.
oh, and I'm just using like food because that's a good example, which a prominent example to use. But I'm like,
Mhm.
but what you really want is because then I start asking them, so why don't you date a Nigerian? Because that's what you want.
Mhm.
They'll ask me, like, do you know shaku shaku, or do you know what? I don't know these things. Like, and then on top of it,
Natasha, please don't make me laugh. Say they're asking you if you know Shaku Shaku. It reminds me of the story we shared yesterday when the man was asking the daughter who is 5 years old if she knows how to dance Shaku Shaku. What's
yeah,
this thing with Shaku Shaku?
yeah, do you know what I mean? I remember when that dance came out, and I really didn't know. But my thing is, everybody eats, like, people are different. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then it's like, so it's very interesting to me. So I'm like, are you really looking for what you really want is a non-Nigerian? And then it's actually a Nigerian woman, and which is why a lot of women, and it's like one thing that actually what some Nigerian guys don't understand is a lot of non-Nigerian girls are really warned about Nigerian men because
Mhm.
in they not all of them, but some of them have a history of using non-Nigerian women and then going back, you know what I mean, and ending up with a Nigerian man with the woman anyways. And it's one of those things whereby it's like, and it's like it's like they prey on the naivety of non-Nigerian women, and I'll tell you why. And this is kind of like a funny story, but when you're in university, right? Like, that was the first time I met people that were not from where I'm from, and
Mhm.
all the girls, we met the Nigerian guys, they were the flashy guys, the good looking guys, whatever, you know what I mean? People were really into it. All
Mhm.
the girls in first year, there was so much confusion, dating this guy, but you know who didn't fall for any of that? Nigerian girls, because they
Mhm.
already knew what Nigerian men are. They already knew, like, oh, this guy's playing you, this guy's not serious. They can cut through the game, but then the naive non-Nigerians, we didn't catch on. It took us to experience either once you've dated one, it took you one to date one for you to understand how it met, or if your friend has experienced something, for you to understand, oh, this is the game, this is how they roll, this is, do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes what they're taking advantage of the naivety. So my only advice was for the women who feel special, don't feel special. Be very careful. I personally think a man should speak well from where he's coming from. He came from a woman. You should really love women. You want a man who has respect and love and kindness for women. And you should not want to feel better than other women, because women, we're all the same. Like the thing that you're talking about, your birth story, Auntie B, you're talking about, it's very similar to my mom's birth story. She says that all the time, that kind of thing. So it's like women are the same. So I think we should approach this now. You don't feel flattered. You should be worried. I think guy it's a different thing if a guy just is attracted to somebody who's not Nigerian, but they still love and respect where they're coming from. But that's kind of what I wanted to say, Auntie B.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your contribution, Natasha. Thanks a lot, Ifoma, for joining the channel. So we have the joint. We have finally I activated my join YouTube has been asking me to activate it for a long time. I refused, but I finally did it. I was qualified a long time ago, but I didn't do it. So you cannot join us, and yeah, thank you so much, Natasha. I appreciate that you were saying that non-Nigerian women are a bit naive. Nigerian men and Nigerian women understand each other very well. We see each other finish. We know each other very well. So I get what you mean. Yeah. And you are saying that they actually want the Nigerian woman's cooking, like the food they're asking you, but it's not something that you are used to. And that's the cultural aspect as well, you see. So they wanted your naivety, but they also wanted you to cook the food that they are used to. You see, you can't eat your cake and have it. Cook what you are cooking in your country for them. If you get on with them, give them that food in your country. They will eat it. Hello, Lizzie. You're welcome. Good
Hello, Sister B. Good evening.
evening, sis. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you for this very truthful, very open program. I've been joining you now, but I've never really been able to speak. I want to tell you thank you for being so real and so open and honest. And really, you said it all. What I just want to say is that I support what you're saying. I don't accept people trashing Nigerian women or Nigerian men for any reason, because there are good people and there are bad people in every society, just like you have. And look, give it to them. The average Nigerian woman is a superwoman. And likewise, even the average Nigerian man is a superman when you compare him to the other male nationals from other yes, they are the ones that want to be good. They are perfect gentlemen. You really don't have much to ask for. But of course, in every every 10, there must be a Judas. In
Judas,
every
yeah.
group, there must be the bad ones. But really, aspect that I like what you're talking about is that we, the mothers, we need to raise our boys and girls to be able to to complement each other when they grow up. Who is the man that is going to be able to marry the well-trained girl if you put only emphasis on let the girl child, girl child, girl child? Now we're having so many boys, they don't want to go to school, they are dropping out, they are doing drugs, they are doing Yahoo, Yahoo Express, Yahoo Plus, types of Yahoo now. So in the next 10, 15, 20 years, you will not have eligible men to marry the girls. So we really need to work on the boy. Problem is the boy child. The boy child or the man child, I don't know the good word, is the one that is an endangered species now.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now there is a problem. They don't like school, they don't like etiquette, they are not even nice to their parents, they are not nice to anybody. We If we care is not taken, we're going to have a generation of woman haters, psychopaths, and all that. And all the domestic violence and all those ills, those things you are talking about every
Mm,
day is going to escalate. So
mm,
I really think that we need to do a lot. I have a son and 4 daughters. Look, you have to be good so that you can take care of somebody's daughter. You cannot just say, you have to, please, 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 you have to learn how to cook. It doesn't matter, let the food burn, but learn it 2 times. The third time, you will cook it well. Learn to do house chores,
mm-hmm,
learn to do simple things, learn to drive, learn
mm-hmm,
to do all the manly things, but also learn to do the few things that you can do in the home because
mm-hmm,
you are going to need it. And the girls that are coming up, they will leave their baby and be on YouTube and whatever social media channel they are on, and they'll leave the baby there for you. And if you don't know how to take care of the baby, that is it.
mm-hmm,
You will just see
mm-hmm.
the baby will just die on the two of you. So that's just what I wanted to say, that we also as women, because you're talking a lot, and I know you like to talk a lot about what the woman should do. So I think you should put a lot of emphasis that we should be in this generation now, whether the young mothers or middle age or even the older ones, we should try to put a lot of emphasis on the home and bringing up the man child or the boy child to be who is supposed to be in the society. And thank you very much. I enjoy your show. I enjoy your channel. Keep up the good work. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. Have a good evening, sis. God bless you. So, Sister Lizzie is saying that we are preparing our daughters and neglecting to prepare them for this men and prepare the men that they are going to marry. That's a very, very valid point. So we cannot, this is what happened. This is what's been happening. Preparing only women and not preparing men. Men were not prepared. A lot of them were not trained for the role. This is what I was saying when I was giving examples about my own household. So Sister Liz is saying that we need to start doing the work now. The boys, my boy, all of them, they have chores. And they know how to hoover, wash plates, cook, stay in the kitchen, burn the noodles, do whatever you need to do, but learn. Very, very important, because if we don't, we train our daughters, then, God forbid, if the boys are not trained, they will go and end up with narcissist men. That's a problem. Both gender need to be trained. Everybody needs basic training on survive as a human being, not only girls. So I hear you, my sister. God bless you. Bumi, you're welcome.
Auntie B, good afternoon. Good evening. I'm in Canada, sorry. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I got over the farm. How are they? How are you guys doing? I just wanted to say something quickly. Um, You know what? Because when I left, I'm going to use myself. When I left Nigeria and I moved to Colombia, I never dated outside my race. Talk less of outside my ethnicity self, like Nigeria. Let me just say as Nigeria as a whole. Even Yoruba, Igbo, it was an issue in my house. But my mom is Igbo, my dad is Yoruba. My mom was like, you must marry Igbo because of the bad experiences she's having. So that was an issue if I don't bring a Igbo guy. So fast forward, I moved to Colombia, yeah. So to date somebody that is black was even hard. So to date somebody that is not even Nigerian was hard. But I had to let that mentality go. It's not because when you are not used to something, when something is foreign to you, it's a huge step. You have to take back some step back and see what you can do differently or what works for you. So I didn't date anybody. I didn't date when I was in Colombia. Then fast forward, actually I dated, but then I didn't date any non-black person. So the person I then ended up with is the person I dated in Colombia, but was not Nigerian. My husband is Cameroonian. So I point this to say I did not date a Cameroonian because I was running away from Nigeria. I'm just my case might not be peculiar or might not be familiar, but I did not say, oh, I'm running away from something or because I've had bad experiences with my ex-boyfriend. Even the one I left to my husband was it was I don't know. It was God helped me. God was the saving grace that sent me this, my husband. But I did not bash, I did not sit down and say, oh, do compare and be like, oh, this person is from Cameroon. So this person, a man is a man. So when you are looking for a man, when you're looking for a woman, there are some boxes that should be ticked that you should have, that this is what you're looking for, right? If they don't fit it, whether they are from Somalia or they are from UK it doesn't matter the skin tone, it doesn't matter the ethnicity, it doesn't matter the language they speak. If they don't fill those gaps, if they don't tick those boxes, those highs are not dotted, then it would not work out. So, but when you go around and because people say, oh, why did you leave Nigeria? Why did you date? Why do you marry? I'm like, it's not because I was running away from it. It's just this person at that time really, was the answer to what I was looking for. I didn't even know I was looking for, but this person came at the time that I needed. So that's why I ended up with this person. So my point is, when people start, dating interracial, or when they think that there's something different, especially when you're dating a different color, they'll be like, oh, they are spoiling you because it's different for you. It's now spoiled. But then when you now want to, when the reality starts to set, like, oh, that is why I want to marry a black sister, because they persevere, they don't divorce. When you are marrying somebody that is not your skin color, you did not know that was what you should be thinking of that time. You understand? But when it's bad belly, when it's time to suffer, is the black sister or is the Nigerian sister, because they have a lot of it going on in Toronto here. All this, some of our Nigerian men, they will be chasing non-blacks, non-Nigerian. Then when they deal with them, they'll be like, oh, I should have known better. And I'm not saying that.
Kanye
Sorry?
West. Kanye
Thank
is dealing
you.
with his own now.
Thank you, Auntie B. And I'm not saying that I'm not making fun of them. I'm not saying that when you are looking for something, look, even if it's don't look, regardless of the skin color or look for what you want. So and not be bashing, and you not be like, oh, what is not good for the goose is not good for everybody. Deserves to be treated right. So if you want to stay there, but don't come back or don't come and be saying, oh, I did this because you people can't do this. You cannot be picking and choosing. You want a girl from South Africa because she has a nice figure. You want a Nigerian because they can speak your language, they can cook. You want somebody from Ghana because they are black and beautiful. You want this one from East Africa because they look like caramel. You want to mix and match. What is that? That's the problem. They are not contented. Ojukokoro, big eyes. You pick and you stick there. You pray to your God that this is what I want. This is what works for me, and vice versa, men and women. That is the problem. We are not contented with what we have. We want to form our own. Want to build up our own person, like we are Bob the Builder, like our sisters will say. But it's not possible.
We'll
It's not
construct
possible.
the woman of our dreams, or we'll construct the man
Thank
of
you.
our dreams.
Thank you. And then to even add to your rant that you were making the other time. Me, I'm the first daughter to be. I have two siblings. If you see the work I used to work, even till now, I'll be like, God, why am I the first child? And then you are a girl again. Hey,
did you
God,
pound yam?
And what are you saying? My father is from Ondo State.
Okay.
Hey.
I started pounding yam like when I was 10 years old.
Yeah, and egusi soup. Without egusi that has oil, with bush meat. It was not funny. No. I was so happy when I left Nigeria. Like, they won't see me to be sending message up and down. It's suffer, and it's not supposed to be like that. Every child is a blessing. Every child, whether you are the first or you are the last, you should have, you should have some type of responsibility just a child, not that you are the mother, you are the father, you are the first child. What, did I kill somebody? So it's not easy. They should. Oh, and again, I just want to say there's some people on TikTok, there's a community on TikTok that they are white, they are housewives, but if you see the way their husbands are spoiling them, and I'm not picking, I'm just saying this is the one I know. I'm sure it happens with black communities too. But the ones that I've seen on TikTok, if you see the way their husbands are spoiling them, they're housewives. I don't know what they have gone through. But people don't show when they are suffering. They only show the glamorous part. But what I'm saying is that they are not working, but their husbands, because the husband respects the wife, regardless. Whether you choose to be housewife or you are working 10 to 10, your partner should respect you. Which one is, I get spot. There's one guy that called the other, she was they spoil us. They spoil us. As you are buttercream that they are spoiling you. Auntie
It's
B,
okay. Thank you, my
I was
darling.
angry. Thank
I
you.
know, I understand. If not that Panedian you pounded alone, which is even wrong, because Panedian is a mania job that is very difficult. So boys should have been the one doing it. I'll finish pounding it. My brother will carry their left leg and come and sit down. And it's them that will eat the biggest. They will eat the biggest portion. And that one of my brother can eat. No matter how massive the Panedian is, he will just divide it into for gua gua gua. He'll finish eating it. And he will tell me to come and pack plate and wash. In fact, chai, if I can take back the hand of time, I will make him do exactly what he did to me when we were growing up. It's wrong. We need to change the narrative. Parents, please. Balanle, you're welcome.
Hello. This
3
is my
minutes.
first this is my first
You're
time
welcome.
calling in, but
Thank
I'm a
you.
loyal subscriber. I just want to say thank you. You're full of
Thank
so
you.
much wisdom, and I appreciate everything.
Thank you.
My own 2 cents to this is that I believe that this is to Nigerian women or Black women in general. I believe that when you're choosing a spouse, you have to be more discerning. I think that as a woman, your life depends on it. Literally, some women are dying in marriage, so yes, your life depends on it. You cannot enter a situation where you are suffering. Like marriage should be fun. It should be full of joy, happiness. You can't be in a place where you are doing housework from morning till night. If it's to sit down and have conditions before you enter, because it is a partnership, it's a contract. The same way you outline all the things that you want in a business partnership, sit down and do that before marriage. These are important things to discuss. Who is going to do this? Who is going to do that? If you have to write it down, visit it again. If it's not working out, maybe your circumstances have changed. Maybe one person has more outside work than the other person. Revisit it every time, renegotiate. But you have to treat it like a contract. If not, the work that you will do, especially abroad. I live in Canada and I'm about to get married in July.
Congratulations.
Thank you. My husband to be, he's amazing, honestly. And this would not have worked if he was not somebody. He's somebody without, like, I guess the ego is my biggest struggle for like men. I do not. If a man cannot put down his ego, then you're going to be in trouble in future. So if a man is too concerned about, what people say about me, if I'm cooking for my wife, if I'm cleaning the house, what people say about me. In our household, I'm the one that is going to cook. He's the one that's going to clean. That is the arrangement. Because cooking is a lot. I mean, sitting down to plan out what we're going to eat for the whole week.
Add 2 small toddlers to that cooking that you are doing.
You can imagine.
And imagine your life.
So I am not someone that's not going to look at me and say, Moshanue, as your wife, I pity you. Like, wow, look at all the work you are doing for us. Like, you be sitting down and watching TV. That cannot work. So your life depends on it. Literally, your physical life depends on it. Your mental health depends on it. Your career, how far you go in life, depends on the husband that you marry. So choose wisely. That's all I wanted to say.
Amen. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Is your fiance Nigerian?
He's Nigerian. We're both Yoruba.
Yoruba.
We met in Lagos.
Oh, nice. I wish you a happy and very successful married life. May the Lord bless your home in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Balale. Appreciate your call. Right. So, yeah, we are getting the nuggets. You are welcome. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, Auntie B. Good afternoon or good morning. I get confused.
Anyone is fine.
Okay, Auntie B. About this issue now, I just like to talk about how Nigerian women are being treated unfairly, even starting from our governments, and then in homes. Because for things to change, they say charity begins at home. It has to start from the house. So when it starts from the house, it gets to the community. From there, changes will start taking effect. But talking about how Nigerian women are being treated, for instance, if a Nigerian woman owns an SUV, they will say that it's a sugar daddy that bought it for her, or she's doing a resto, even though she had worked hard to buy that car. But if he's a man, the same would not be said of him. If a Nigerian woman goes to the club to buy herself a drink, they will call her Ashawo. So you can see that this same thing, when they go outside the country, some of these men that bashes Nigerian women, when they go outside and they see a white woman driving a car, young lady, they won't call her Ashawo, or they won't say that is a sugar daddy that bought her a car. So you can see the double standard. If a Nigerian man force kerewa on a woman, Nigerian woman, people start blaming the woman instead of blaming the man. They will ask her, why did she dress like that? Or why did she go there? Especially if that man is from a reputable family. Or if a Nigerian woman, married woman, go and report her husband to the police that the man forced kerewa on her. The next thing, they will start bashing her, asking her if the man did not pay her bride price. They will put her behind counter. But in all this, to even crown it all, if a Nigerian woman marries a foreigner, that man cannot even become a citizen of Nigeria or a Nigerian citizen. But it's the other way around. If a Nigerian man marries a foreign woman, so you can see how unfairly Nigerian women are being treated.
Gender inequality.
Yes. So if parents should start by teaching their sons the act of chivalry, how to open doors, lift things for women, offer women their jackets, I don't think there's no woman who doesn't like being treated in a chivalrous manner. And also, when I got married to my husband, like, I was thinking that it would be this, not that I was thinking 100% it would be the same way Nigerian wives are being treated. I saw the difference. Like, even my husband walking out of town, he calls me every day. Oh, I'm sorry. How do you tend to the baby? Oh my God, I'm coming back home to come and take the. You see, even when I'm cooking in the kitchen, oh, can I
Hello.
come and help you?
I didn't see until I came to this country. The first time when we came to this country and I saw a man carrying baby in public, I almost fell down. I was like, eh? I almost fell down. And of course, it's Oyibo, but then now we have a lot of black brothers who carry their babies and push trolley, what they call it, baby buggies and all that. I almost collapsed. I say, man, they carry pikin. Because it's strange that you mentioned about this baby thing as well. Because it's part of the thing I was thinking about today. When we did small, what we saw was that now mothers they raise babies. Like maybe if the man will just come and play with the child as if na door, he could just play with her. Oh, hello, my son, my daughter, how are you? How are you doing? Hope you're not troubling mommy. Hope you're not troubling mommy. He will drop her. You don't go.
So I just hope that, I know there are many Nigerian men doing the best they know, because that's the way they've been taught, but they are still doing the best even under that kind of circumstance. But I wish those men that go outside to bash Nigerian women, I wish they could drop these double standards, because you can't be saying that we are one thing and going after what you think you want, and still secretly wish these women that you are with are behaving like Nigerian women, where they become so subservient. You want them to do everything, like you want them to be Rihanna in the bedroom. At the same time, you want them to be the mother that will be taking care of the house, cleaning and doing everything and working at the same time. So that's just my 2 cents for today, Auntie B. Thank you for
Thank
giving
you.
me this time.
Thank you, Aloha. I appreciate your call, darling. Yeah. I mean, that's why I was saying that it's so dangerous to be saying Nigerian women are this. Even if it's the most calmest, subservient women that don't talk, they still dey. Nigerian women are diverse, very, very diverse. We're too many. We are too many. So also our men. Some men too. You will not even know they are Nigerian men. This ego thing that we're talking about, like our sister that just called just now. The man she wants to marry is a Nigerian man, but it's not egoistic. So it's not everyone. Ugo, you're welcome.
Hi, beautiful Auntie B. Auntie B, I like your lipstick. It's popping.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just have a few words for my African sisters. I just want to tell them one thing. A man will say anything to get into your pint.
We said it the last time. It's like you heard it. Did you watch that? I told them. I told them.
No, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
I said the exact thing because one of our African sisters that called, bless her, she said, "Do you know that he even told me that they don't even hold, even his parents never held hands?" I
Hmm.
said, they never held hands. In any case, what does that mean? Hold hands. Have
Imagine.
you been? You know how hot Nigeria is. Who is holding hands in Nigeria? That
I
is
know.
not our culture to hold hands. Hold
True.
hands, beginning. What are you
True.
looking for in my hand?
I know. I know. I know. Seriously.
That is a Igbo culture.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you don't love each other. It's just a different
Mhm.
form of expressing love. It's different. The way we express our love is different from the way Igbo people express their love. You know.
So these men, yeah, they would some of insecure men is because it's not every man that would say that would do that. Some insecure men would tell you stuff. They won't tell you that they were at fault, that they broke up their former relationships, or that the former girlfriend broke up the relationship because of something that he did. He's gonna start bashing the girl. They'll
Mhm.
tell you, oh, the girl can't even wash her pants, she can't cook, she no fit do kerewa. Of course, he's not going to tell you, oh, I like African girls because I like Nigerian girls because they are curvy or because they can cook jollof rice. No, he's going to say bad things because he knows that that's what you want to hear. If not, if not, you will tell you the person that he's dating right now will not ask him, oh, why are you then not married to that Nigerian girl? Because if you're saying all these good things about them, why are you with me? You know? So they will tell you anything for you to not ask too many questions. Because I've been in the midst of guys that would, even among themselves, they are talking trash about girls. They'll be like, "Oh, I don't do that one now. That one, do how many years ago? I carry one I'm a long time ago. Oh, that she's so cheap." They say things. So just know that the same cane that was used to flog the first wife will be used to flog the second wife. When they're done with you, they'll still say nonsense about you. So don't just laugh and feel good about yourself because that the guy is bashing his ex-girlfriend. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much, Hugo. Appreciate your call. Have a good evening, darling. Row, row.
Auntie V, good evening.
Good
Good
evening,
evening.
my dear. How you doing?
We thank God. We
Row, can
thank
you
God.
speak pidgin English?
I can't speak reading English. I don't think it's very. I don't
I
think it's
don't
very
think
good.
so. Most Yoruba people don't know how to speak pidgin English. That's what I've noticed. When I went to Ife, when we speak pidgin English, they try to. I mean, are you not people Nigerians? How can you not speak pidgin English?
Yeah, that's true. As Yorubas, I don't know why we don't really
No, a
speak
lot of
reading English.
Yorubas don't know how to speak
Yeah, we
pidgin.
don't.
Mm.
Yeah, such a shame. I was going to talk about the financial aspect because I
Mhm.
did see a lot of comments during the last
Yeah,
call.
and so
And
Bio was
I
saying
just
something
don't.
about what
Oh
did
my
Bio?
God.
Bio was saying something. Hmm.
Honestly, there's some comments there that was just very, very frustrating to read. Shh. There's some comments there that were quite frustrating to read, and I just felt
Uh-huh.
like I needed to point some things out.
Okay.
First of all, I'm going to look at this now from a realistic point of view, and
Mm-hmm.
this just being realistic now. As a woman, the question I'm going to ask is: do men or do our brothers do they want wives? Do they want team players? Do they want someone that can help them work together to raise a family? Or do they want a money-making machine that will split the bills 50-50 for them? What exactly do you want? Because you need to decide what you want. The thing is, if you are looking for a wife, see, you can find a woman anyway. But not everybody can be a wife. Not everybody can be a mother. if you're going to have children, children are an integral part of a home.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, somebody has to pick up the slack.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has to pick up the slack. You can marry a woman today that will work her ass off. To make money is not hard now. It takes time and effort.
I prefer to make money
Absolutely.
and to carry pregnancy. I prefer to make money.
But the thing is that as a couple,
give me 3 shifts, give me 4, I will take it.
Yeah, and the thing is that African men believe in marriage. In marriage, it doesn't marriage without children. That's the truth. They want the children. But my point at the end of the day is you need to sit down as a couple and decide, what exactly do we want? Do we want money? Do we want to raise a family? What do we want for our home? What is the vision for our home? What is the vision for our family? What do we want? Because if you plan to have children for the first 10 years of your marriage, but there's no excuse. 2 of you should work your ass off and then make the money as much as you can. But then when you now have certain elements like children, you need to pay attention to them. And most times, the women do this. And this is the difference between the European culture and the African culture. I've had a situation where I was speaking with a lady, and she was telling me, she said she wants to work because she felt like the man was financially holding her handicapped. And she needs to have her own money. Mm-hmm. And it got to a point where, she has 3 children. Mm-hmm. And then she was talking to the man and she told her husband, she said, "Oh, will you stay at home while I go to work?" That can never happen because the African man.
Nigerian man.
That's where she was coming from.
Nigerian man stay at home while you go and work.
Yeah, this one was even Ghanaian. The man said that is not even possible. He wouldn't even entertain. But the thing is, it's an African mentality. But then if you look at an European home or a European family, the way they look at it is who is making the more money.
Yeah.
The person making the more money is because that's their team. And each person has equal rights. Mm-hmm. The fact that you're staying at home taking care of the children, or you're doing a part-time job taking care of the children, the other half of your time, doesn't make you undervalued. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean that I'll disrespect you. We're all contributing.
As a matter of fact,
pot of soup. Because there's no
As a matter of fact, sorry to interrupt you, my darling. Okay. As a matter of fact, it was estimated before the corona thing started that if full-time housewives who are mothers are going to be paid, you can't pay them £100,000 a year.
Absolutely. Yeah,
because it's 24 hours job.
Yes, let me give you a good example. When I was married, we were paying a nanny £2,500 for a 9 to 5 job. In fact, 9 to 4 job, Monday to Friday. She wasn't doing weekends. And that's a nanny. And there's some things that she wouldn't do. She'll tell you that she's not their mother and she can't do it. Because that's not part of her job. Just staying with the children and doing just little chores around the house is 2,500. That's some people's salary for a whole month in this country. So it's not cheap. It's not cheap. I think my point at the end of the day is somebody needs to pick up the slack. To be honest, and to be honestly, I've never heard of anybody worldwide, honestly, that is 100% being a wife, 100% being a career person, and then 100% being a mother. It is impossible.
It's not possible. No, yes. It's not.
Something has to give way.
Something has to give.
Absolutely. Now, who will pick up that slack? Because the men wouldn't do it. They'll tell you the African men. So who will do it then? Because it will show. I watched one interview so many years ago. I think the first female MD in Nigeria. And then they were interviewing her and her husband, and she was talking. And then, they were asking her questions. How did you manage to, get to the peak of your career? Your children are doing so well. They're all grown now. How did you manage to do it? And your marriage, obviously, is still in bliss. How did you do it? And she pointed at her husband and said, this is him. This is my success story. And he said, tell us more. And she said something. She said, while I was working and attending the meetings up till 1 a.m., 2 a.m., this was a man picking up the slack in the house. He would enter the kitchen. He would cook. He would clean. He was one that trained the children and pushed me forward to move on with my career. And he gave me all the support I needed to be where I couldn't have done it without him. My point is somebody has to pick up the slack. I also have another friend again that was telling me, she said, I didn't know my mother growing up. My mother trained in this country to be a medical doctor. She worked in emergency and she still works in emergency till today. This lady I'm telling you now, she's married. She said, my father was one that trained me. Igbo man. The man stayed at home. He said he was one that bathed her, cleaned her children, make her hair.
I have a friend like that.
Yes.
He's an amazing father.
Absolutely. My point is that, I think my point at the end of the day is, there needs to be a plan. And I noticed that these men making these comments, they're not married. You will never hear a married man making this kind of loose statements? Because you are planning a family and somebody has to pick up the slack. Somebody has to pick up this. Is it that you do a part-time job? Yeah. Is it that you do a part-time job and then take care of the slack? This, when I say slack, I mean, pay attention to the home. Something will have to give way. We have women that have done well successfully. Their marriages may be okay, but the children are misfits because nobody paid attention to them because parents were working.
I hear you, Rao. Thank you so much, my darling. I hear you. So what Rao is saying, thank you so much, Rao, is that parenting is hard work. It is. It's not a moi moi, whether in Africa or in the diaspora. But it's even harder in the diaspora. You know why? Because in Africa, you have the extended family. Okay? When I had my baby in Nigeria, I had my mom with me. In fact, my mom used to take my child in the night. I didn't even know I had delivered. Because you see, all that first 1 month that we're talking about, my baby was sleeping with my mom. So I would sleep and have a good night. I didn't know what my mom was doing in the night while I was sleeping. I just given birth. It was when I came to obodooyinbo and my mom was not here. Now I hear, mwe. When they say you hear mwe, I hear mwa. I said, what is this? Is this what it? I said, ah. So, yeah, parenting, please, talking about monetization and monetizing roles that into consideration. One thing I want to ask quickly, Joya, you are next, is we are talking about parenting, how children are raised. Is it only a mother's job to parent children? Because we have some examples here. Someone like Omoye will keep telling you the role her father played in her life and everything. But why is it in 2022 only mothers are the ones that people are saying, raise your sons like this, raise your sons like this? What about fathers? They don't get papa. We need to start shifting that responsibility to fathers, especially fathers that are still in the children's life and living in the same household. Because trust me, I did a video one time where I talked about uninvolved fathers. It's a real thing where you have a father in a family. He's living there, but zero involvement with his children. It's very, very common in our culture. We need to start calling fathers to take up their responsibility because women don't try. We don't try. Our mothers don't try. Let us put some of this responsibility on the fathers' domots. They too, they are responsible. It takes two people to bring a child into this world. Not only mothers, I beg. Jay, you're welcome.
Good evening, Auntie B. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What do you have to say? Where are you joining us from?
I'm calling from Canada. I've never actually called before, so I'm really glad to be part of your show. Huge fan of
Thank
what
you.
you're doing. Just
Thank
to go
you.
back to one of the things that we were talking about earlier, and I'll also touch on the whole parenting aspect of it. Is I think one thing that we have to learn as a society is that we need to learn how to we don't you don't have to put other people down because you're trying to justify your preference.
Amen.
There's something that people don't it's with small things too. It's like, oh, I don't like, let's for example, I don't like beans. Okay, you don't like beans, but you have to like make your face disgusting and say all these horrible things just to justify your decision that you've decided not to involve in a certain thing. So we need to start teaching our people that yes, you might have a preference, but you don't have to bring other people down to elevate your preference. Like, it doesn't add any positive impact to the discourse. So people need to learn how to have emotional, intelligent conversations. Because you are attracted to a certain type of look, because you're attracted to a certain type of quote unquote race or people from a certain country, doesn't mean that everybody else doesn't have their own value. You don't have to bring them down in the process of elevating. And a lot of the time when I see people do that is because, one, they're insecure. So they're trying to justify their decision. They're insecure in the decision that they've made to choose a certain partner or a certain group, that they're trying so hard to justify that decision that they will bring anybody down just to make it make sense to them. And we need to learn how to stop doing that. Even a small everyday conversation, because you like something doesn't mean that like
the other one is
the
bad.
other one is
It's just
bad.
preference. Yes.
Yeah, and so we need to learn how to do that. And then The other thing is, when you're picking a partner, one good thing that my aunt did for me when I first moved here to Canada, and she saw that I was struggling and I was dating and stuff, and she saw the when I was dating like a particular type and from a particular place, and there was one of the people that I was dating that looked exactly like my dad. Like if they put a picture of my dad when he was younger and the picture of this guy, he looked exactly like it, but the relationship just wasn't clicking. On paper it looks like, you know, the relationship it should work because we're both from the same place and stuff like that, but it didn't end up working, you know. And she sat me down one day and she's like, you know what, you need to keep an open mind when you're dating. Keep an open mind. Every preconceived notion that you have, just remove it and start dating with a clean slate. So what I did, because like the previous caller that called, I'm also getting married very soon, is that I was like, okay, I'll keep an open mind, but I also don't want to, you know, just date anyhow. So I wrote down values that are important to me, that no matter, like, looking at my personality and all the things that I bring to the table, what are the things that are important to me? And I wrote it down. I'm like, if I find somebody that matches what it is that I'm looking for, then I will decide to get in a relationship with the person. And it ended up working.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I was like, I am ambitious. I like to move ahead at work. I like my career. I need to find somebody that is willing to take the back seat in case I end up becoming the primary breadwinner of the family. And people don't usually take their time to do that work. They just see somebody, oh, he's Yoruba, I'm Yoruba, let's get married.
That's ridiculous.
That's not all it takes to be in a partner. So,
Yeah.
you know, let's just be more intentional with the way we speak about people, and also when we're making these decisions about, you know, getting married and choosing our partners.
Thank you so much, Jay. You've spoken very intelligently. I loved your comment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please call again.
I will.
These days, please don't marry because I'm Hausa, you're Hausa. If you do that, hey, it's not going to end well. It may not end well. Let me not say it's not going to. Who marries because of where someone comes from? That's just, it doesn't make sense. So if it's that person is a foolish person, you marry them because they are your tribe. No, Abba, no, it doesn't make sense. Conscious Edide. You're next. Unmute yourself, please. And 3 minutes.
Auntie B, you didn't give
Hello.
anybody else time limit too. So I don't know why you're giving me 10
I'm
minutes.
timing them unconsciously. I didn't say it. Okay,
Auntie
go
B, first of all, let me hail you very well because I'm actually calling from Korea and it is 5:30 a.m. here.
Hold on a minute.
And
is this south or north?
now only Nigerians they ask me this question.
We need to know because I'm worried now. Once you say Korea,
there for anywhere.
my anxiety don't go up. Oh my God.
No, but I am so excited to join the show, and
You're welcome.
I woke up at 4 a.m. so that I can join because I'm never able to.
Okay,
yes,
I'm not timing
because
you. Take it away.
really
do as
and
many
truly,
time as you want, please.
I started
That's
watching your
commitment.
channel.
You woke up that time to come and watch this show. 4 a.m.
I'm telling you, Auntie B.
Wow.
I started watching your show after the Sami Okpuso matter, and since then I have been binging day in, day out. I'm watching Auntie B, and I'm learning so much. So really great work. I want to come into this from two angles, really. The first thing is that I've been listening to other callers and I've listened to you as well. And I realized that what you guys are saying is true in the sense that the way that we are raised really determines how open-minded we are. So I'd say that I have been lucky because I grew up in a household where we were treated in an egalitarian way. I never had to go into the kitchen. My brothers didn't have to do that. We all played together. We all did the same things. Now, I have 4 brothers and I have 2 sisters. And I call my family United Nations. Why? Because we're all married to non-Nigerians.
All of you?
Yes. Well,
Wow.
apart from one, my younger brother is married to a Nigerian who was born and raised in Australia. They live in Australia.
Wow.
So I don't really count her as Nigerian. And I think that the reason that my brothers are, and apart from my younger brother, my other brothers are married to Oyibo. And I think that the reason for that is now it's crystallized in my mind after listening to everyone who's called, is
Mm.
that um, the way that we were raised was different. You
Mm-hmm.
see, my brothers and my sisters and myself were all raised exactly the same way.
Hmm.
And so the expectations that I have of men is very different from the typical expectations that Nigerian women have of Nigerian men.
Mm-hmm.
And the same way that my brothers, their expectation of women is very different from typical Nigerian men's expectations of women. Now, I don't like the generalization that Nigerian men hate Nigerian women, because I think that Nigerian men actually love Nigerian women in
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
But once people leave Nigeria, we tend to have other experiences, and we then see different things,
Mm-hmm.
and then we realize that we might have other preferences. My Nigerian brothers, including my biological Nigerian brothers, are fantastic husbands. They cook, they clean, they stay at home with the kids, they provide. Really, I I I wish that I could marry them, because on the other hand, my Ghanaian husband does
Mm-hmm.
those he does those things,
Mm-hmm.
which is one of the reasons why I thought he was a great man. But he's not as driven or as ambitious as a typical Nigerian man is.
I don't think there's any African man that is as ambitious as Nigerian men. Let me just tell you that, conscious.
Yes, and he
Nigerian men
also
are the most
does
driven men in not only African men, the whole of the black race. Nigerian men are the most driven.
exactly. So that's exactly what I'm saying. My Ghanaian husband will clean, he will cook, but bring money. He will not bring money, because he wasn't raised that way, you know. And so
Okay.
I realized that there are things that I appreciate um, of other nationalities, but ultimately, I I want it all. And I think that it is the same thing that some Nigerian men outside of Nigeria are looking for. They want it all. And I think when I talk to my brothers, I realize that for them, the pressure from Nigerian women is different, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We expect a lot more from our men,
Yes.
because we give a lot more, right?
Amen. That's it. That's the point.
And and so sometimes Nigerian men might find Nigerian women difficult
Too
to deal
pushy.
with,
Yeah. Too pushy.
especially those who just
Mm.
want to chill, you
Yeah.
know, like our
Mm-hmm.
great grandfathers
Mm-hmm.
did.
Yeah.
In addition, you know, growing up, nothing where I never see you now for Bini I grow, nothing where I never see, you know, from when we're small, we don't hear of men when get separate family for another place when they don't know till
Mm-hmm.
after the man die, the
Yes.
other family go come out.
Yes.
So we have been raised to be sharp,
Mm-hmm.
Nigerian women, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have a certain type of suspicion for Nigerian men as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they come to us, I guess that's why they might complain about our attitude
Mm-hmm.
towards them.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to Bill last week talking about, hey, how Nigerian women can be selfish, you'll carry them go out, they're not going to pay. To be
Mm.
honest, I've dated a lot of different nationalities. I know Biashawu, but I've dated a lot of different nationalities. And if I go out with a non-Nigerian man, sometimes I will pay, but Nigerian man never. And why? Because if you do that, they would typically start looking at you like, say, you easy.
No, another
And
thing again, conscious that somebody said, some Nigerian men, not all though, if you pay, they will say you are proud.
it's true. Say they will say you are proud, but
Yes,
also
you want to show
then
off as if you have,
then
and that will make
but
them not
also
like
then
feel
go
like
think
you want to
say
ride them.
then go think say you desperate. You understand? So for example, let's talk about knacking, Kirewa. Nigerian men, they want woman when they go knack, but they don't want make you give them too quick, especially if you be Niger woman. If you give them too quick, you be a shower. But if na different nationality, because for Ghana, really, now women they cut eye for men. Now women they give men quick,
So I hear
and
say
they know
that,
they judge them.
and
They
I
know
hear
they
say
judge
Ghana
them.
Ghana men not today. Somebody don't tell me that thing before. Say they're not today try. Their men not today try like that in
They're
terms of.
not try at all. They're not. In fact, now make me love my Nigerian men. Oh, although me no fit marry Nigerian man, oh, unless say the man are like my brothers, but they know they give money, they know they spend money, they not sabi toast, they not sabi rap. When Nigerian man go rap you with mouth, eh?
Why you
Hey,
can't marry one? They say they not sabi toast, they not sabi.
I don't
But you
know. I
marry
don't.
one now, and you can't marry one like this now, eh?
I don't know. I
If you still
think that,
marry, if you still manage Nigeria, now, me,
and upon all,
I
they
don't believe say
cheat
any other
well.
man.
They
Will
cheat
not be
well.
on top of all this. They know they give money. They will still cheat on top. At least Nigerian men go still give money if they want cheat.
They cheat well. And why? Because Ghana woman, you not need to use money take toast them. All you need to do, say both of you understand each other, you go smile. Now the same day una go do.
Let's make the say Nigerian women
Generally.
do tough because we know they agree. Our eyes strong.
But the funny thing be say we not agree because of that judgment when Nigerian men they used to judge Nigerian women, na different standard, na
Yes,
different standard.
yes.
But
Now
if
they're
woman
right.
for outside, if they go for outside, woman give them after they buy Fanta, they know they
They know they judge
judge
them.
them like that. But
And even
Nigerian
Oyibo,
woman,
conscious, even now Oyibo, they
exactly.
meet Oyibo, they knock Oyibo today, they don't see as anything. They go say na their culture. But if na Nigerian woman, they will say, this one
Exactly.
not get
Now be
character.
the
This one
thing.
lose. You
I
understand?
stay for London for 15 years and all that time, not London guys, they always they talk, say, you go club, you go just buy Oyibo
Drink.
or non-Nigerian woman, cheap drink, safe, wicked. You know, say, you know that blue drink, one kind pop. You go buy them, they don't love you, finish with that. But Nigerian girl, you go buy champagne.
You buy champagne.
She
Nigerian
not
ladies,
still
Nigerian
she
women
not follow you
standards
go
too
house.
high. They don't care. They don't follow
Exactly.
you. You go.
Exactly.
I
So
make
the
our brothers
bottom
they run.
exactly. So the bottom line is that I don't think that it
Okay.
is fair to say that Nigerian men hate Nigerian women. I think
Yeah.
that when people have a higher expectation, then people tend to just push back against that. So it is not hatred. It's just really that
Yeah. No,
we understand each other too much.
yeah, the title, if you are going by the title, that was just it was exaggerated for dramatic purposes, okay? Me, I know that one definitely say our brothers don't hate us. That one is just it's just for when they say effect, that's for effect, okay? Me, I know that one say Nigerian men don't hate Nigerian women, okay? So yeah. But I thoroughly enjoy talking to you. As you take describe it in your pigeon too sweet.
And TB, I dey tell you, say the problem overall just be say for Nigeria, we like anything foreign. We know
Yes.
they like made in
Yes,
Nigeria.
we don't like
Once
local.
Nigerian
We don't
man
like
come
local
out,
made.
as in once Nigerian man come out for Nigeria,
Uh-huh.
he go just dey excited
We
to
won't try.
try.
We won't try.
Exactly. Now he
Mhm.
be really,
That's that's
and ultimately, I think that if I had to do it all over again, really,
You don't go
I go
marry
marry
Ghanaian.
Nigerian.
And
No,
then
no,
marry
no, no.
Nigerian. Why
I
you
go marry Nigerian.
Nigerian men are the best. Why you not go marry Nigerian men?
Nigerian men too, they lie. That's the thing.
Not
They
be
too
all of
lie
them. You go
and
carefully
they're too
select. You know if you
cheap.
compare them to all those African men, I beg. One come here the other day, what would they do? He said he can't put thumbs down. I laugh. I want for granted. He said Nigerian women are too demanding. Thumbs down. I said, see this one, no. You never chop belle food, they find Nigerian woman. Where you for come? Eh? Palo to LA. I beg. No, you see, you said something. You say Nigerian women, we bring a lot to the table and we also demand a lot, and that's the truth. So we know no, all those mess, we know each other finish, Now
We
what I
don't
like,
see each
we
other
see each other, we know
finish.
each other.
I see.
Nigerians, we understand each other. You understand?
Well.
If you dey deal with Nigerian man and Nigerian woman to understand each other. Because before
Well.
any move, when the other person they make, they don't already click.
You
Say,
don't
okay.
catch them. Don't catch them. As in, true. The way where they catch my husband,
Your husband will say, I don't
instead
carry
they shock.
wahala. This
I
Nigerian
did tell
wahala
you.
carry so.
I did tell you.
No, talking
But
seriously.
another
Why you know they
thing,
give now? Because he not get, or it's just was it not
I
raised
think
to give?
I think that it's a cultural thing, right? I think that what I see around Ghana, and I'm not generalizing at all, I'm just talking about from my perspective what I see, and even in his home where he grew up, his mother was the, she was the dominant breadwinner in the home. And so he just grew up feeling this is what women do. And there's a certain tribe in Ghana that are like that. And so his father is more laid back. And so he is just very laid back in that way. He thinks that, and before we got married, he used to provide for me. Then I was in school, and as soon as I got a job, he just totally stopped. Like, you have a job now, so I don't need to give you nothing.
Does it provide for the children? Do you have children?
We don't have children, and in fact, one day I might come and share my story here. But I think for me, growing up, my father worked, my mother worked, but my father provided for my mother.
That's a Nigerian man for you.
So I expect that. And so I think that for a typical Ghana woman, this may be normal. And so there's no big deal as long as the man is cooking and cleaning. But for me, I look at him in the kitchen, cooking, cleaning, and he cooks better than me. His mother raised him in the kitchen.
Oh, that's good. That's good. At least he's bringing something. He can cook. That's something.
No. I don't need him to cook. I just need him to give me money. He should bring money. I will cook. Do you understand?
You are a typical Nigerian woman, Uncle.
I am.
You are a typical Nigerian woman. We say, I don't need him to cook. I just need him to bring money.
No, it actually gets me so angry sometimes when he's cooking and cleaning, and
you should love a man that can cook. Men that cook are very, very caring. No, if now only money, they bring it, they cook, is caring and loving.
I think this is what I tell people. So when I had a Congolese toaster and he's trying to toast me with him cooking,
Congolese again, only you.
We're international.
Only you, Congolese.
No, when these guys are trying to cook dinner for me, I had to tell him one day that, look, I'm a Nigerian woman. My love language is money. It's money. And it's funny because I earn a lot of money and I do come from a well-to-do home, but I expect men to spend money.
No, but you don't need this money if you earn a lot. Why do you need this money? Let the brother cook for you, my sister. Relax.
It is my love language.
Enjoy the cooking.
Money is my love language.
At least it's cooking. Enjoy
no. But it has been great speaking with you. And if I am awake another 4 a.m., I would definitely.
Are you coming back to the UK, or is that where you live?
No, I live in Korea now. I've been living here for 4 years, and
Do you speak the language, or do they speak English there?
they don't speak English, and I don't speak the language
You
either.
are truly international. Now, international woman you be. Thank you so much for calling. I do appreciate your sacrifice,
Thank you,
depriving
Auntie
yourself of
B.
sleep. Thank
God
you.
bless you. God bless you. Now you don't they deprive me of sleep since whether live show, no
Oh,
live show. I'm just
yeah,
binging,
yeah. Thank
learning from
you.
people.
Thank you.
Thank you so
If you want to
much.
share, we are here. We are here. Okay. My
I
number is on the
was
screen. Take down my number on WhatsApp. You can easily reach me on WhatsApp, and then yeah, we'll talk.
all
Okay.
right,
Thank
fantastic.
you
I'll
so
send you a
much.
message. Thank
All
you
right,
very much.
sweetie. Have a good morning, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you too.
Thank you. It didn't make me laugh. She's so funny. He said, I don't want your money. I don't want your cook. Give me money. I'm a Nigerian woman. Oh my God, that was funny. But at least he's cooking. So leave our Ghana brother. Oh. It's not everybody that is driven in life. That's one thing. You see, not everybody is driven. And one thing I've discovered about it is that when somebody is not driven, especially men, when a man is not driven and you try to ginger them or push them, some will like it, but a lot will become resentful. They'll say you are too materialistic. So you need to be very careful in navigating that kind of a thing. Some people are just okay. They don't need much in their life. They are simple. Whatever they have, they love it. They don't want to be better. They just like it. To them, money is not everything. The little they have, they are okay. And that's fine. Thank you so much. That was a very, very interesting call. God bless you. Stay safe. Oh. Anything Korea, they make us the fear. Oh, I beg, stay safe. Benga, you're welcome.
Hello, Auntie B. How are you?
Are you calling from Canada, Benga?
No, I'm not calling from. No, I'm calling from
Oh,
England.
oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Thank you, Auntie. Um, Good evening, everyone. See, this topic today is it's a bit. It's peculiar to each individual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for some of us, Auntie B, I know you have boys. I've seen a video of you with your
Yes.
boys in your car and that.
Yeah.
For some of us that grew up in this country as well,
Mm.
and had a bit of background from Nigeria. I was 9 years old when I came to England.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a bit confusing,
Mm-hmm.
the cultural balancing. It's a bit confusing sometimes because
Okay.
obviously you grew up from Africa, understanding that that does a lot of things. It goes to work, it does
Mm-hmm.
this, it does that, it does this. But then
Mm-hmm.
when you come to this country, you've realized that that does his bit, mom does her bit.
Mm-hmm.
They come together to. So in your thought process, you're a bit confused
Mm-hmm.
growing up. That's number one thing I want everyone to understand.
Mm-hmm.
We're different from us. You people that grew up from Africa, you've seen it all in Africa. You just came to this country to make money. That's a different ball game entirely. Okay, so when it now comes to starting a family and having a relationship with someone from your cultural background, like a Nigerian to be precise, um, her expectation or expectations are quite different from what you're looking for in a relationship. Okay, so she's thinking about a lady called earlier and she was talking about balancing the family. A man can stay at home, take a laid back um, mode to lifestyle, and then let the woman go fulfill her career prospects and all that. I think there's nothing wrong with that, but in a case where a woman does that, and along the way, the man does something wrong, and the next thing you want to use against the man is the fact that you're going to work, you're bringing the money in, and the man is at home just looking after the children. Let's
Benga,
all, ma.
sorry, Benga. Did you call in the last show?
Yes, I did.
Did you use the name Benga or used another name?
No, I used the same banger.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
You remember I told my story about the girl
Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
Africa and all that.
Yes, 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 yes. True.
Okay, so basically that one, he if a woman would say that at the end of the day, then there's no point asking the man to stay at home and do the um, support you to fulfill your career.
Mm-hmm.
Because I find out Nigerian women, I'm not saying every one of them,
Mm-hmm.
but some of them would if there's an argument, they will put that to you. They will
Yeah.
remind you of that. And
Yeah.
Nigerian men or African men, we're quite egoistic.
Mm-hmm.
Once you rub or knock on our ego a little bit like that, you get the worst out of us.
True.
Do you get what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say in essence is, it's cool for a man to support a woman. I will support a woman as long as she's matured enough not to throw it back in my face. I'm all for, okay, if you're earning more, I will better myself, try to earn more whilst you're earning more at the moment. But once I can earn more, I take the leadership role. I will not put a woman down, but I also understand the fact that a man should be the sole provider.
Oh,
I might be wrong.
You think a man should be the sole provider?
I think so. I think so, because we're more. I think we're stronger than women. We can do more than.
Are you talking
women can do.
financially now? Is that what you mean?
No, okay. Like a man can also 2-3 jobs. Yeah, I would not succumb a woman to go also 2-3 jobs. Do you understand where I'm coming from? And if a woman is had kids for me, children for me, and I'm having you go and hustle out there to come and bring money home, I just feel like I'm unfair to you. I feel like that's my responsibility. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's my opinion. I might be wrong, but I just feel like women, they're fragile. Yes, they can achieve a lot more, but I think men, and sometimes I'll say this as well. Sometimes when you actually tell a man not to do it, like, okay, say people are saying you take a man out, a Nigerian man out, and you pay, they think you're arrogant or you're proud or something like that. I'm one kind of guy like that. If I take you out and you pull out your wallet, I feel like, okay, you're telling me I don't have it, or you're telling me you're better than me. That's what you're trying to say to me. If I'm not worthy to take you out, then I won't take you out, or I will take you to a place where I know I can afford. Not like you call me to a place and you'll be the one dictating where I'll take you to, not knowing what I have in my wallet. Do you get where I'm coming from, Auntie? So
yeah, I do.
Everybody comes from different point of view and different perspectives. That's what I think.
All right. Thank you so much, Benga. I appreciate your call, my darling. And I completely respect where you're coming from, your background. But I have something I just need to add because of what you said. So I just want to say this quickly. Benga, thank you so much, my darling. You're next, Peter. Sorry about the wait. I'm just going to add you while I quickly say this. So for us Christians in the house, right? Guys, please give this video a thumbs up. Like this video if you're enjoying the conversation. Benga raised some dust just now about how his perception about, the roles, in terms of gender. So for Christians in the house, leadership in the home is not financial alone. Okay? And if you are a Christian and you believe that your husband is the head of the family, whether he's any less than you, it doesn't mean that he's still not the head of the family. I just wanted to say this quickly. Headship, according to Christianity, my understanding of it is not about whether he's earning less or more. It is a role, it's a position that a man occupies in his family. He's the head of the home, not because he's earning less or he's earning more. It's because he's, after God, is the husband and the wife. It's hierarchy. So please don't get it twisted. It's not about money. And that's why I keep saying, let's not make everything about money. Because we will miss it if we keep looking at it financially alone. God has said that the husband is the head of the family. So a brother that doesn't have a job does not mean that he's still not the head of the family. But the problem is that some women might not respect him in that position because he doesn't have a job and he's not also supportive of the wife who has a job. But leadership or headship has nothing to do with finance, my people. Please, Let's get it. Let's just get that. And this is for only Christians, so okay, because this is me, I practice that. Okay, it's not about equality. In marriage, there is hierarchy. If you are a Christian, you should know that. You're not going to be struggling position with your husband and say, "Oh, I earn more than you, so I'm now the head of the family." No. As a Christian, you ought to know that your husband is the head of the family. Okay, I needed to say that very quickly. Bill, you've been itching to talk. I'll come to you in a minute after Peter. Peter, please unmute yourself and say something.
Good evening, ma.
You're welcome, sir.
Yes. Oh, my friend wants to talk to you. He wants to say some points. So, Ben.
Okay.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening. You're welcome. What's your name?
Benson.
Okay. What do you have to say, Benson?
I have a question to ask. What exactly makes an amazing father? Because
An amazing father.
Yeah, because the lady said something earlier that a father beating his children or taking care of his children makes an amazing father. I kind of have a dispute about that because it's not just showing it. Most men love their children more than their wives. The love a father has for his children is more than the love a mother has for the father. The mother has for the children. But
can you say that again? I didn't get that.
The love a father has for his children are most times more than the love a mother has for her children.
The love that a father has for children is more than the love that a mother has for her children.
Yeah.
Why do you say so?
I said so because a father most times likes to hide it in order not to make the children be misled. Because a woman can take a lot of shit from the children, while the father is there to train the children, not to nurture them.
Okay, I'm a bit confused, but go ahead. I've said today that I will allow people to say their mind. Go on.
And again, on the aspect of Nigerian men not dating or having a relationship with Nigerian women, my query on that is because most Nigerian men don't date Nigerian women because Nigerian women are they are perfect women when it comes to marriage. But in terms of relationship scene, they are kind of backward in the sense
they are
that
what?
they are kind of, how am I going to put it? They don't really appreciate the men, the Nigerian men, in terms of relationship.
Okay.
In terms of the fact that a Nigerian man and a Nigerian woman understand each other so perfectly, a Nigerian woman basically know 80% of it, of everything a Nigerian man can do.
Mm-hmm.
So for foreigners, most of the time, they need that element of surprises. Men have to give his wife element of surprises to surprise her and make her happy in some things. But in the sense that the man tries to surprise his wife, but she knows what the man is up to even before he makes that move, then there's no more surprises there.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying right now?
I can't say I understand, but it's your point. So, okay.
So that's all I have to say.
All right. Peter, do you have something to say yourself?
For me, Nigerian women are perfect women for me. I have no problem with Nigerian women. But what I can say is that...
Are you both Nigerians, Peter?
Yeah.
Okay, you and your friend are Nigerian. Your friend succeeded in confusing me, I swear. I'm as confused as people in the comment section.
Because we had arguments about fathers.
No, he said, first of all, he said that men love the fathers love their children more than mothers. And me, I'm sitting here after I finished telling you about all my horrifying pregnancy, and I'm opening my mouth and biting myself to keep quiet while he's talking, while he's spilling that thing that he's saying. I'm holding myself not to talk because I promise that I won't talk.
I don't want to argue with him, but for me, my mom loves me. Because
Are
I
you
know
kidding
women
me?
go through a lot of
The love that we have for children starts from the day that we miss our period. Are you kidding me? You have no idea what love is if you are not a mother, or if you're a man. You know what love is?
Because
Okay.
because I tried to explain, like, we men try to show our love to our kids in terms of like providing. But
Yes.
mothers are there, they nurture the child, provide for
Yes.
the child, cook for the child. If the child is sick, the mother is there, the father is out there, maybe playing games or doing necessary things, like, but at least the mom is there. The mom,
Mm.
like, the mom is perfect. Like, mother, like, I can say their next after God, it's mother, like Orishabi Yakusi, this Yoruba Hadija. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Orisha
So,
bi yakusi.
yeah.
It's
So
true.
for me, I understand mother's love is really essential for a man, because a man first love is his mother's love, because that's the real true first love before he can find other love from his partner. But the
Yeah.
love
Okay. Thank
showing
you very much, Peter and his friend. I appreciate your call. God
yes,
bless you. Eshe Goni o. A lot of people are triggered with what Peter's friend said. I think I'm trying to understand. I think what he was trying to say there is about discipline. When it comes to discipline, that fathers don't really show their emotions to their children; that they prefer to hide it. I'm trying to understand it. I don't know, Sister Joy. Maybe you understand it more than me, ma. You're welcome, ma.
Hello, Sister B. Good evening.
You're welcome.
Good evening, everyone in the house. This our last call. I beg no vex. Make I speak pidgin because English no
We
go give
like
me
pidgin
phrase the
well,
word
well.
well. This our last caller. The man confused me. I no go lie. They fathers love their children past mothers. Now that one throw me off scale first, because me and you know, even for this London where we dey see say most times fathers no dey even get time to check wetin children dey do for school to start with. Most times, the typical example na my close relative, as in my blood. I no fit tell you the last time wey this person go the children's parents evening. Half the time, you no even know the class where the children dey. To dey talk say fathers dey show more discipline, abi more waiting, they no dey wan show their
Just
emotion.
talk your own,
That one,
sister. Make you leave that matter.
e no hold
We know
water
they
for where me
drag.
I
We
dey,
know
my
they drag
sister.
the love. Everybody supposed to love their picking, so it's
Everybody
okay.
love their children equally, oh. But we mothers, we dey show the love in every way. Even when we dey angry, we go still dey explain to the pikin, say, I'm doing this thing for your own good.
The
When you dey
closest
scold
thing,
the pikin, when the pikin
Joy,
misbehave, you dey scold am. You go dey tell am say you dey do this thing for your own good. So
the
that when he
closest
reach
thing,
the stage where you dey, he no go misbehave. In children no go do the same thing, because he go don't get the experience of how to handle am. That
the
one na by the
closest
way.
thing, the
Then
closest
this
thing
one
to
where
the
they talk say Nigerian women no say. Now the leg where the man bring, now the woman go take follow am. If the man show say him be somebody where they honest, the woman go dey honest with am. But if you begin the dance kurukere dance from the word go, the woman self go show you say this drum where you dey beat, I don't dance the dance, throw away the rapper. But as you begin to play the drum, make I show you say now we start the dance, you still be learner. A woman would tolerate beyond, that is beyond the highest level of tolerance. She go take everything where the man go do to am. If not because of the children, it go be because of the love where she get for that man. The woman go tolerate everything, even the one when they say no tolerate. You dey date somebody, you now go out, you go say, okay, this guy they pay every time when we go out. Let me pay for this meal today. You go be say you dey rude, but you are only doing it to show support. But for that person's side, na rudeness, abi beraga. Then you go now say, okay, oh, let me not pay. And she hold the money, oh, she doesn't want to pay. She's not supportive. Sometimes it dey hard to strike balance with our men. Oh. I swear to God, it dey hard to strike a balance with them. Because you don't know the leg where you go put, then go say this person, this girl lose, say, I don't even know as they want to take hold am. Then you go say, okay, make you not show yourself too much. They go say, hey. They go around, they do like angel. Once you put them for house, now the demon in them, then go unleash am. It dey hard. If you try to dey good, they go provoke you. You go unleash the demon in you. Then when you carry that wahala head, carry enter house, they go say, hey, I tell you before, say no marry this girl. Her head no dey house. How do you now strike a balance to show this person, say, look, now the leg where you bring, now me they follow.
It is well. It is
It
well,
is
my
hard,
sister.
my sister. It
Mm,
is
I
hard.
understand. I understand. Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate your call. We have to move on very quickly now because I still get many people for studio. So I thank you, my sister. Blessing, you've been waiting for a long time, but BO came before you. So BO is on. Hi, BO.
Hi,
Good evening.
Hi, Auntie B. Good evening.
Good evening. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Nice show.
Thank you.
Let me first of all salute every woman in the house and all woman mothers or no mothers, whether you're Nigerian or not. Women are the best things that have happened to us men. Okay, so we appreciate women. We know exactly the challenges that women face. And even though we don't go through the labor thing and all that, but as a Christian and most especially a Catholic and an seminarian, it is part of my discipline and training to always honor women. Okay, so that being said, I understand that when the part one of this show was done, I jumped into this show without looking at the topic. So I think and the title of the show somehow, if you speak anything otherwise, would position you as an hater of Nigerian women. So once I saw the part two, I was like, okay, this was what happened in the first show.
Ah, okay.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I told somebody that I didn't even look at the first show, the title. So I
Mm-hmm.
would say that Nigerian women are the best women that you can ever have. For us, or for me myself, let me speak for myself. For me as a Nigerian man, I've always craved and wish and pray that I would always be with a Nigerian woman. And obviously, that is part of the reasons for a little challenge. Otherwise, you yourself always open up and say, oh, people look other nationalities and all that. Then, two, we have my mom is a Nigerian woman. We have Nigerian children as well. I've always said it on this show. It is my priority that each time
Your audio, BO, your audio just something went wrong with your audio.
for
Mm-hmm. You're back.
can you hear me now?
Better, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, a call came into my phone. That was why. So
Okay.
yes. So each time anybody that have been following this show and be following me would notice that I always say it, that I'm an advocate for women, not
Mm-hmm.
because I want any favor from women, because I
Mm-hmm.
understand that as a man, we also will have daughters, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So whatever we fight for, we are fighting for our children, our daughters, our sisters, our mothers. So therefore, it is not a gender sentiment issue. Okay. Having said
Mm-hmm.
that, I also realized when you're talking today that there were issues of finances, money, and all that stuff. I know there were other callers who made some other comments. I don't want to join their issues.
Mm-hmm.
But it's stupid for any man because I've always insisted on this show that a man should be a man in terms of taking care of his family. That is the number one duty of every man, right? If a
Mm-hmm.
man becomes lucky or by chance the wife is still able to support, that is just by the side. But
Mm-hmm.
your primary objective should be that you are the man of the house and
Mm-hmm.
you should be able to take care of your wife. And I've also advocated as well. Even I say some things in the comment section, not because I want to paint myself, but just to encourage others that
Mm-hmm.
as a man, you must know how to cook, you must know how to clean. Auntie B, just this afternoon before I moved down to the office for this short meeting that I'm here for, go to my IG. I
Mm-hmm.
cook a jollof that I've not even eaten. It's in my IG right now. Just go look at it, you shout.
BO
Say,
cook your
Pio,
love. Really?
this afternoon. So what am I
Eh?
trying to say? Yes,
Mm-hmm.
now you are too busy to look at those people who follow me on Instagram. They will tell you that I write chef there. I'm a cook. So what am I trying to say here is that
somebody is saying in the comment section, no 50-50 for Bill. Is it 50-50?
okay. No, so I'm coming somewhere. So what I'm saying is this. Then I'll come to the point which I have a little issue when I said Nigerian girls, because that day, if you listen attentively, you will notice that I only talked about meeting Nigerians. I didn't talk about in marriage. Okay, I talked about meeting Nigerians. I will train up my daughter in a way that when she grows, a man will not use money to entice her into marriage. Am I clear on this? So, what I'm trying to say here is that if a Nigerian man or you are a Nigerian woman and you are meeting a man, both of you have not even started dating, both of you have not started sharing something in common, don't put yourself to be beholden to that man, in the sense that you might be rich. Some guys say, oh, you have money. Yeah, you can be rich, you could be poor, you could be average, you could be normal, but make sure that in your process of meeting the man, getting to know the man, the friendship that you share, that you position yourself like I see most of other women. This is not a race thing. Do. That was why I gave example of saying that, let's say a man is your friend, is chasing you. You have not started doing any kerewa, you have never said yes. Fine. As far as you are interested in getting to know that man, as the man continue to entice you with outings, gifts, and every other things, you as well
Should
make
reciprocate.
signs to him that yes, you are
You should
committed in
reciprocate.
knowing him. Therefore, you are also willing, okay, to support the expenses of this process in your own opinion, not like by force. Does that make sense? Do you
I
understand what I'm
understand.
saying?
You are talking
Thank
about
you.
reciprocating to indicate
Right.
that you are committed as well.
As well. So you could be, I've seen it with women who are very wealthy. When they meet a guy or a guy is trying to meet them, somehow it's not about wealth. See, somebody said Dankote is not going to ask for a woman's money. But let me shock you by telling you, I'm not shocking you because you will know this. Even Dankote, for instance, in friendship, still receives gifts, for instance. I'm not saying buy a man gift, don't get me wrong, right? So the fact that nobody does not like to see someone who has the spirit of sharing, not all Nigerian women, I don't want to go there. If I use that statement now, it cause problem again. So I see some set of Nigerian women, because of this belief that a man is just
Is the
born
provider.
to be a provider. This one is not in marriage now. Even in friendship, getting to know them, that means you should just, be you. So I don't know if I made my point clear, but the most important thing is I don't even want to make a point. I only
That's
just
all
want to
right.
straight the aspect that I love Nigerian women, and any Nigerian man talking bad of a Nigerian woman, please go and ask God for forgiveness. It is wrong.
Amen.
Never you do that.
Don't do that.
Our women are lovely people. We love you all, and we will never, for any reason, whether you marry a foreigner or not, talk bad about your own people. Because the moment you do that, it tells so much about you. If you come tell me about somebody, then I already know that what you're going to say behind me. All right. Thank
All
you, and
right.
God bless you all.
Thank you, Bio. Thank you so much, my brother. And I know they play with you.
Uh,
Somebody say you should set up a YouTube channel and start mentoring men. They don't say you
no,
don't get chance.
I
You
don't have
na
time for that.
workaholic. You they
No.
read book every day. They push yourself. You don't get time
I don't have
for
time for
YouTube
that.
channel. But
Yeah,
you still
man.
mentoring people as you take the talk for years. So you still
Yeah.
mentoring because you
Oh,
know what I tell you that day now. Say when it comes from a man, men
mm-hmm.
they listen. That they tend to listen more. If na me talking, they go in fact e go they bite them for years. Say who be this woman where they tell me this thing,
Yes,
But as
now.
you as a man, they talk so the same thing. No, if
Mm-hmm.
we talk the same thing,
That's
they
why
go
we are
listen.
here. Me, Samolu, made I
Eh,
understand.
yes.
Because if a man says it, do you know how many insults I've gotten from? I think this afternoon I was looking at one of your videos. Somebody comment after the show say, Bill, what kind of man is this? I never see man. You are a disgrace to men. Do you
Yes,
think I'm
yes.
joking? I
Eh,
just
not
look
too
at the
much.
comment. Huh?
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you, Bill. You are still
All right.
mentoring. You are mentoring as you are coming here and dropping your nuggets every day. And we do appreciate you because if not for people like you and Samolu, JD, JR, where they come here, the last one we do now, people say, bunch of frustrated women. Guys, you know, some Nigerian, I know they like me hair. If you see me doing this all the time, it's because I don't like hair on my face. If you see some Nigerian guys, if they don't know what they want talk, if they want curse you as a woman, they go say you are frustrated, especially if you know get husband. But me, I don't know if you call me frustrated because I get husband, so they don't know what they want talk again. So they say a bunch of frustrated women. So thank God, we thank God for people like Adewale, Bio, Brother Patrick, our regulars, whether they call here, come hold our hands. Otherwise, we don't want turn to feminist movement. We just trying to unlearn some things that we learned that are not helping the ministry of marriage. That's it. Mhm. DJ Smooth, good evening.
Good evening. Excuse me. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. This is my second, well, I've been watching your show now in the background since the first time, remember? So,
Yes, thank
yeah.
you. What do you have to
So,
say to this conversation? I remember you called the last time. Was he on this topic that you
no,
called?
it was a similar topic, but a
Oh,
different
that's
one
it.
about
That's it.
like a week or two ago.
Okay, yeah, I remember
Yeah,
you.
it was a bit of an explosive conversation, I must say.
Ooh, we do have such. We do have that occasionally, but today we are good.
You're good. You're definitely good today. I just want to say something for a start, and you did mention it. That's the position of the husband. It is not a physical headship,
Mm-hmm,
and people seem to make that mistake. The man is the head of the home, but
mm-hmm,
not a physical head
mm-hmm.
of
The
the
husband,
home.
not the man,
Correct.
the husband.
The husband.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah. So I'm glad you said that
mm-hmm,
because I always try to reiterate that to so many people, and
mm-hmm,
some always fight me on that. But hey, let's just put that out there.
mm-hmm,
Secondly, the issue with Nigerian women has to do with a little bit of culture in Nigeria as a whole. Nigerians worship money. So if you come at a Nigerian, especially a Nigerian woman, without that which they worship, you are less of a man. It
mm-hmm,
doesn't matter what kind of qualities you may have that may be great. That thing about money, I don't know. I think it's inherent
mm-hmm,
in the Nigerian women's psyche. I'll
mm-hmm,
give you a personal example. I've
mm-hmm,
dated all sorts of women, but
mm-hmm,
I see women that come from places like Southern Africa.
mm-hmm,
They come with a different kind of behavior in
mm-hmm,
relationship. They
mm-hmm,
are not necessarily putting money first.
mm-hmm,
They put qualities that you have. They put peace of mind,
mm-hmm,
you know, and they put, love making first, if you know what I'm saying,
mm-hmm,
rather than, okay, money,
mm-hmm,
you know. But the opposite is the case with most Nigerians. When I
mm-hmm,
first had a relationship, a long-term relationship, I personally did everything for this girl. She was lovely,
mm-hmm,
very nice. When we were back in Nigeria, she was nice, and I did everything, including putting her through her education, right? She never earned a dime. I
mm-hmm,
was financing her. And
mm-hmm,
then, of course, I went abroad, lived abroad for so many years, and then I called for her, did everything possible to make sure that she came to join me.
mm-hmm,
When she came, she started earning pounds. You know, her mentality changed. And
mm-hmm,
it became very obvious when I had a bit of an issue. So I wasn't earning. And at that point, she was earning about £3,000 a month after tax.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of money. And she made it clear to me that that was her money.
Right.
And it's got nothing to do with me. My money is ours. That was the first time I heard that nonsense statement. My money is ours. Hers is for her. So I couldn't wrap my head around it. It was baffling. And I reminded her, you never earned. I've always been the provider for you. What are you I made your dreams come true, in so many ways than one. So to cut the long story short, the relationship had to pack up. Yeah, had to pack up. And then she got into a bigger trouble and then decided that she wanted to come back to me. What I told her then was I was not Jesus Christ. I don't give second chances. I know
you are not Jesus Christ. You don't give second chances. Oh
no.
my goodness.
I know it was harsh, and a few people around me then said, "Oh, give her." I said, "No, I can't trust her."
Right.
Especially when I have seen the way she responded when she had money. So that's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Money is an amplifier. Let us not put our everything on money and say that, okay, like the lady from Korea, don't cook for me, give me money.
That was funny.
That was funny. I was laughing my head out here. That is the typical Nigerian for you. I know people want to be loved the way they want to be loved. Their love language, everybody's love language is different. However, we have got to appreciate certain qualities because I know a lot of people with money, they are useless to their wives. They are the ones that cheat recklessly. I actually know somebody who, after doing whatever he does, the wife, they will quarrel and then the wife will say, 1 million, give me 1 million or 2 million, and we're good. And he will do it because he knows the wife likes money. You see that? That is a problem.
Okay, I get you. Thank you so much, DJ Smooth. I think I understand you very well today. And I understand where you're coming from. That example you gave, actually, that was, if a man has been providing for you, and again, it goes back to what I was saying the last time that we are not raised to commit to relationship financially. That's just Nigerian women for you. Most Nigerian women will hold their men up in marriage, but in relationship, not so much, because that is not the way we were raised, you see. But if somebody has been good to you to the point of bringing you to the abroad, paid your school, and they now have financial problems, if you are a good person, whether male or female, you should support that person. So I see where you are coming from, DJ. Thank you so much for your contribution tonight. More fresh. We're rounding up now. 3 minutes, please. Unmute yourself.
Hello, Sis B. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Good evening.
Hi. This is my first time calling. I just
welcome.
Thank you. I'm calling from London, by the way. I just wanted to say that the last time you had the show, I think it was last week, right?
A week ago.
Yeah, I heard a lot of the men that called in were basing it on financial aspect, and I just wanted to say that, us Nigerian women, I believe that when we're still dating, or when we meet someone and we're still looking at you, we haven't decided whether we want to commit to you or not. We're not really financially committed in a way. I don't know how to explain that.
Yes.
It's like we're still looking at you.
Yeah.
So most African women are not looking to financially commit to that. So we're looking at who you are. We're checking all the red flags. So it might come across to an African man that why is she not putting the money down? It's because we're still looking at you. We're checking to see your qualities. But I believe that once a typical Nigerian woman is inside the marriage, I'm not saying all, but most of them are usually very financially committed. A lot of them help their men even when the men are maybe not working, or maybe they need financial help or whatever. And another aspect is that a lot of us Nigerian women are very domesticated. We are domestic. We're the ones looking after the children. We're the ones doing the school runs and all, so many domestic chores, while the man is predominantly more financially the one providing, basically financially. So, but in a marriage, there are times when the woman needs help. So sometimes a man can't come into the relationship just thinking that, okay, I'm going to be giving just money, and then you as the woman, all you're going to be doing is doing 100% the domestic aspect of the relationship. It's always twisting, and there's a time when the woman can't actually work, so therefore the man has to 100% or majority of the time take care of the financial aspect, because maybe she's just giving birth and she has to be at home. So the man has to take charge in that aspect. And at the same time, he also needs to be compassionate enough to realize that this woman is looking after the children. Fine, I'm providing financially, but she also needs help. So you need to help her in that way. Maybe before the children might have come along, there might have been a time when, fine, maybe it's 50-50. You're providing financially, she's providing financially, And then there would be a time when the children are older. Then maybe the woman can go back to work if she wants to. But then again, you would look at the relationship and think, okay, do we go back to 50-50, or do you provide more? But a lot of our men are not flexible that way. Many of them come into a relationship thinking, okay, because I'm providing financially, that's all I need to do. They're not thinking that actually in a relationship, it's a journey. Both of you are inside it's a journey that sometimes, you need to be flexible. Sometimes you need to provide money. Fine. Sometimes there will be a time when you need to support your wife more. And then sometimes it's vice versa. So it's never one smooth way. And I heard one of the callers also mention something that some of the men, when they provide financially, then they think it is like a certificate for them to cheat. And I do think that a lot of our men kind of do that too. I've seen where men kind of come across in that way, that they feel like, okay, because I'm providing financially, I can do whatever I want. And that is a no-no. And I think that is why a lot of us Nigerian women, we know our men. So we're looking at you that, so if you think you can provide financially, is that all you think you can bring to the table? We know our values now. We know our worth. Unlike our mothers who just entered into marriages and all they did was sit back while the men provided financially. So all the rubbish and nonsense our fathers used to do, bring other women home, just all of a sudden say, some woman somewhere just gave birth to their and they just bring the child home. This new generation of women that are coming, we know our values.
You won't take it.
Exactly. So we're not just sitting. We're not just sitting down thinking, okay, so it's more than financial. So yes, we hear what the men are saying, that okay, financial, but realize that we are watching you. So if we're not committed to you 100%, giving you money in the relation,
nobody wants to invest in a relationship. We want to invest in marriage. That's Nigerian women. That's true. Because we're not trained for relationship. But this is why I keep saying more that, you see, the Southern African woman that you're talking about might not even want marriage. She's not chasing marriage, but I want to be married. If you want me to commit and put all my resources in a relationship, put a ring on it. That's what the average Nigerian woman will be thinking. I'm not going to commit financially when I don't even know if you're going to propose. You might meet me tomorrow. Then it will be bad investment.
I mean, for an example, look at what Buhari said. I think maybe when he told his wife, go to the other room or something, the other room. It's a typical mindset of our fathers, where they think, oh, the woman just needs to go to the other room. She doesn't need to talk. They don't, they just think the men should provide, and whatever they do, they can get away with it. No, we know our worth now, so that's all I wanted to say, Sister B.
I appreciate
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mo. Please
Have a
call
wonderful
again.
weekend. Thank
You
you.
too. Bye. Have a good evening. I see what you mean. We are not raised to contribute to relationship. We are raised to contribute to marriage. And Marriott, I pinned this comment because it makes a lot of sense. Boyfriends are demanding husbands' rights. That's not okay. That's a typical Nigerian woman for you. Nigerian women don't give husbands' right to boyfriend. As look, I'll put my hands up. I don't even know. Maybe birthdays, card or something. I don't know. I give my husband a lot of gifts now, but back then I don't know if if I gave him anything more than a card on his birthday or something. Because you never marry me. So what am I spending money on you for? This is the typical Nigerian woman's thinking. Okay? If you want a woman to be committed with everything she's got, put a ring on it. BO. You don't hear? This is what Nigerian women are saying. Blessing, you've been waiting for so long. I'm so sorry for the delay. You're welcome. Unmute yourself. Ewo.
Hello, good evening, Auntie
Ah,
V.
thank you, Jesus. You're welcome.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks for your patience.
I
It's a
think
lot of
today I
people.
die here.
You die here today. You know they go
I think I
anywhere.
die here today. Oh God. I didn't know. Other days, like since January, I've been trying to call in. The first time I joined your show was the man who made a video of who was about 20 or 15 years older than the wife, who made a video of him having kerewa, and he had to leave that on his WhatsApp that the in-laws saw.
Oh,
So
okay,
ever since
okay.
then,
One mommy.
yes, one mommy. Ever since then,
Mm.
I have been I have gone back to watch your videos 3 years ago. Oh my God. I just came here because I have my own story, but I'm still in it. I haven't even had no courage to talk about it. I'm still confused and lost, but I'm still one day I'm going to come and share my story because it's other people's story that is giving me healing.
Mm.
Like I come to your channel to get healed, and I have been glued, honestly. I
Mm.
have been addicted since December. After watching the man's episode, I have always been here. Sometimes I don't join the 7 p.m. because, like from 8 p.m., I don't go to YouTube. So
Mm.
I make my own videos and I have to edit. So in the night, when I'm done with what I'm doing, I have to edit till like midnight. So I go to do the replay during
Mm.
the day.
Mm.
So I just said today I must call to appreciate you honestly.
Mm.
I hear
Thank you,
so
my
many
darling.
people because sometimes, you know, I don't know how you do all of these things, honestly. Like
Mm.
keeping
It's just the
calm
grace of
and
God.
let people tell their story. You don't distract them. I
No.
don't know how you do that. You know, some
Mm.
people are gifted with this different gifts, and God has given you this gift to heal people, to heal so many women, to heal so many women, and to
Mm.
be. You don't know what you are doing. You don't know what you are doing to so many women, so
Thank
many.
you.
Oh my! I said today, even if it takes till 10 p.m., I am here. I will not leave this. Oh God!
I
Thank you
understand.
very
Thank you. You're welcome,
much.
my
Thank
darling. I pray your healing will be permanent in Jesus' name. Just know that,
you.
Yoruba say that kò sí kan tó ń bọ̀ lókè tílẹ̀ ò gbà. It means there's nothing. Nothing is falling from the sky, that the earth cannot absorb. Nothing we never see before. If it's happened to you, it's happened to other people. And if those people are able to survive it, you too will survive it. So be strong, okay?
Amen.
You'll be okay.
Amen.
Be strong. Whenever you want to share,
Amen.
we are here. Okay?
And my, not about sharing, I will still share my story. And
Mhm.
I will still share because now I'm a bit confused on even what I want, but I'll
Mm,
still come and share. Even if I don't come live, maybe
mhm.
I'll leave the voice note like the last person
Oh yeah,
did.
that's fine. Yeah, that's
I'll just
fine.
share.
Yeah,
So
that's fine. No problem.
my problem now is how to heal myself from this addiction of watching your video from morning till evening. Do you have a solution? I have a solution. I am
Oh my
suffering
God,
from this
blessing! I cannot lie.
addiction.
I have
I
like
don't know what
almost
to do
900
again as
videos
it
on
is.
YouTube. Don't worry, just watch when you can. Like sometimes if you are cooking, you can be watching, but obviously, I don't want you to watch all the time, that you will not do things that you're supposed to do. But don't worry, welcome to the family. That's all I can say. Mm,
Thank you very much. I'm not
thank
leaving
you, darling.
anytime soon. The
You're
thing
welcome.
I honestly, even some that have listened to before, that I know the one that is about 4 hours because I have to listen to the other callers. When you listen to them, you get a clearer vision of whatever solution that you have given to the caller or to the
Mhm.
person who came to share their story.
Yeah, yeah.
So I listen and I
Yeah, just
listen.
continue to
Now
listen. Yeah. Mm. What do you
I
live
am
in Europe?
serious.
Where do you live in America or in
I
Europe?
live in I live in London.
Ah, okay. You're
I
even
live
close
in
by.
London, yeah.
No wahala. Okay. You're welcome, my darling. Bele.
So for the topic today, we did that about a week ago, and it was very hot. And you brought the part 2 today. Oh my God, we need a part 3,
No,
honestly.
no, I'm putting my foot down. No more parts. We are done. This is it. No more parts. This is it. Mary, sorry, your
the
connection
part
is not good. You've tried many times, Mary, but your connection is not good. We're ending now. No, we're not doing it again. We have other things to talk about. Nigerian men, if they want to marry from the moon and star, let them go and marry. It's okay. Mm-hmm.
So
Those that want to marry
what I have
Nigerian
to
women will
say
marry.
about
It no matter. I'm
no
not.
what I have
Let's
to
not
say about
overflog
the
it.
topic is people ask for what they don't have. For those who
Mm,
said Nigerian women are too demanding,
mm,
we in Nigeria we suffer a lot. So we have the English. We have seen too many motivational speakers. Like now, I heard something on Facebook last year. Somebody said, if you are one of those who still listen to those, aspire to expire and to inspire.
aspire to inspire. All the motivational
we
speaker.
have we have heard all of that. We need
Mm-hmm.
money. We don't have money. So my friends here in London, there was a time I was doing my birthday. They came with flowers, and I was like, "Did you bring the flowers for me to cook or what? Why did you waste the money in buying flour? You should have given me the money. I need the money." And they were all laughing. To white
You just came
people,
from
give them
Nigeria that
flour. They
time.
appreciate that. Pardon?
Did you just arrive? You were Sheshede that time? Or you don't like
No.
flowers?
I no, 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 no. Why would they give me the flowers? Even gave me flu.
Oh, Lobato.
It- I don't know. Next time when I'm doing something, put the
He
money
said,
in the
he said the
envelope.
flower. You told your Igbo people to put the money in the envelope. Blessing.
I told them, oh, I
Jesus
told them,
Christ.
and my friends, they
Ah,
know me because I joke so much and I'm very open. I just tell you the way it is in my mind. So from
okay.
that day, they were like, okay, we understand you. We get where you're going. So
Okay.
don't buy me flowers. And after 7 days, they are all dying off. So women, we ask for what we don't have. We don't have money. So give us money. And everybody, even men and women, those that leave their country to come to Europe, to go to different places in the world, they are all seeking for money. So our Nigerian men, they know because our um Nigerian women, some of the Nigerian men, if you ask them, they will really tell you it was their girlfriends that pushed them to go and succeed in life. So we motivate our men, we pray for them, and we push them. And for those who think because we are still in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, you want us to give you money. in our culture, that is part of where we came from. When we start giving you money, when you haven't married us, we look so desperate. Oh, she's giving us money so that we can marry them. But most Nigerian women, once you marry them, do you know there are so many? This is what people don't know about Nigerian women. So many Nigerian women raise all their kids. The men are just there being the father figure, but they are not responsible for their children. So once a Nigerian woman comes into her husband's home, she takes over. She prays, she's hardworking. Most of us, this is what we do. We help the man to raise the kids, to hold the family together. But
Okay,
we
please,
don't say that
can you
outside.
summarize? You've done almost 9 minutes, and I allowed you because you're a first-time caller. Now summarize.
Sorry.
Mm,
So our men
because we
love
need to
us.
end.
We know that
Mm.
Nigerian men love Nigerian women. That is what I want to say. It's only the
Thank you.
insecure men that look for naive women to control, and they go to tell others that, oh, we are too demanding. Nigerian men love Nigerian women. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, my
And to
darling.
be for all that you do for us.
Thank you. Have a good evening, my darling. God bless you. Bio and the Rao and other women are having a heated conversation there in the comment section. I'm keeping my eye on it. Bio, you know, I told you before, I texted you before, this money thing that you are saying, I love you very much as my brother, but you need to calm down. There is no woman in the diaspora that is looking for a man with money. If you have money, it is Jara. Okay, that's Jara. What you should be talking about is not money, it's about kindness. And just because a man has money doesn't mean he's generous. You never see rich men when they're stingy. So this money matter, I want you to really calm down on it. You were saying something about how a Nigerian man bought a ticket for the girl and the girl upgraded it to first class. What does that mean? What? I don't understand. Nobody is looking. Look, you see the funny thing in Nigeria, Nigerian men are not even having this conversation. Now, Obodo men, they talk this thing, no. Today in Nigeria, Nigerian men is money they use to chase women, and they are very happy to do it. It's Obodo men, Nigerian men that will be saying these things. And no, I don't know any Nigerian woman in the diaspora that is looking for a rich man. If you have money, that is Jara. Nobody is looking for a rich man. Okay? And you keep talking about money in relationship when you never marry person. They talk money. I don't understand. And I see Rao disagreeing with you consistently. There are other women disagreeing with you. No woman is looking for a rich man. We're not looking for it. Just do your thing. Let me do my thing. As long as for most of the sisters, as me, I know. Oh my God, mute yourself. We're going to end the show now. Most
Okay.
of the Nigerian sisters, me, I know in the diaspora, don't carry your bukata to put on me. If you can take care of yourself, I'm happy to take care of myself. I don't even want you to take care of me. I can take care of myself. You understand? The problem is when you want me to take care of you and I take care of myself. So I don't want you to make a mistake. And that's why I'm very worried about this money matter that you keep saying. That somebody bought a ticket for a girl and she upgraded it to first class. That's to tell the man that she's not interested in his money, or she has her money. What does that mean? The fact that she upgraded it to first class doesn't mean she's going to be a good wife. She can have a wicked heart.
Absolutely.
She can be somebody that does not allow your family to even call you. If you have
Exactly.
children before, she will make sure you end the relationship. I don't want you to be thinking about money alone. I'm very, very
Mhm.
concerned about that.
Right.
You should be
Right.
looking at the qualities, like what kind of heart do they have? Are they kind?
Mhm.
Are they generous? Are they loving? Are they people that embrace other people? Are they prayerful? Will they support you? It's not about money alone. Please stop talking about money. I don't know how to say it again. It's the same thing the last show. You are still saying it now that you're not raising your daughter to depend on a man for money. No, Obodo children, as far as I'm concerned, even young girls, they're not looking for a rich man. They just want
Nope.
a man that will respect them,
That's
treat them
it.
as an equal, or treat them with consideration. Now money they say they chase woman for Nigeria.
Exactly.
For social media now.
Yep.
Why obodoyibo men get problem with that?
Exactly.
Nigerian men, but for Nigeria till today, now money they say they chase us for Nigeria.
Yep.
If you are a single guy in
Thank
Nigeria,
you.
before any guy even say, "Can I have your number?" he go down wire you a lot. This is the language that we understand back home. It's a cultural thing, and that's one thing that DJ Smooth said that that's why he used the word worship. I won't say worship, but money is a big deal in our culture.
Right.
People respect you. So I don't want you to make a mistake because you keep thinking that because somebody has money means that they are good people. No. There are some rich men there. They're wicked. They are very wicked. They beat their wife.
Ara died hand. Ara died. They don't they release nothing. Not be by money.
I don't know what to talk again.
No, you don't talk and finish. You don't talk and
Bill
not get choice. He must hear. I don't know why they focus on that money.
Listen,
Money
I
get
can tell you something. I won't give you a quick example before no verse
sure.
I beg.
No,
I'm
why?
sorry.
No, at all.
I was thinking about it. You know, in the Bible, when they were giving, there was, I can't remember the scripture. Rao, if you can remember it, please remind me. When they were giving, and that widow gave her mite, the widow's mite, that part of the Bible. You know me say the money big, oh. You understand? It's not a lot, but that was all that she has.
Yes.
Do you know what it means in relationship? Let me translate it for you. If you are dating a big girl or a big boy, you think, oh, they got money, they earn 6 figures, whatever. But they don't even care about your well-being. They don't give you anything. They don't take care of you. They don't cook for you. They don't clean. Your house is filthy. Nobody cares about the well-being of the other person, and you are only chasing the check. But you see, you are dating somebody, they have the average salary, but they are so caring. They care about you. They actually care, not just lip service. Oh, they care about you. A woman that cares about you, cares about your life. If you have children, they care about your children. They care about your well-being. If you are sick now, they go nurse you. How much you go pay for that one? So I don't want you to be talking about money. The way they talk about say money, say upgrade tickets. That one not me say you go be good wife. If you go upgrade tickets, you know me say you be good person.
Yes.
You don't follow.
They not follow at all. Sister B, you have said it very well. You don't talk and finish. You know, first of all, I want to thank you very much for starting this show off the way you did, by encouraging people to speak. I think that's a great plus. I must commend you for it. I give you standing ovation. I'm not feel clap now because it go interfere with the.
You get one particular call when you know say, if not be say.
I know. I
myself.
I know. I say, hey, for my mind, I say, make it a bit your holy self.
I myself.
I don't say you want to unleash, but I appreciate them. I appreciate it. No, it's good. What you do, to be honest with you, I'm super proud of you today.
I'm learning to be quiet.
Yeah, no, it really. No, I see the difference. That make me they applaud you right now. I really see the difference because what thing they happen? Be say when people come with differing opinions, right? When they come like that and they talk, I found that there's an understanding. You might not totally agree with the entire thing they're talking about, but there'll be one thing that you can take away. Sometimes, you know what I mean? But sometimes some people you talk OP, but it's also okay, you know, because everybody not feel be the same. So I really applaud you for doing that today. Honestly, I see the difference. Me no, I see them. So thank you very much for doing that.
You know, say I not go school of broadcasting. I not be journalist. This one I just walk one start from nowhere where they not train me for. So we are learning on the job.
You're actually doing an excellent job. You even do and pass the people when they go to school for journalism, to be honest. Because I don't see some journalists now go say, you be journalist, you sure? You know, and they do double, triple take. But for you, no, you have really, you blow my mind today. So I want to appreciate you specially for that, you know, and thank you for bringing this topic up again. So what do you want to start with? Be say, we have to understand where we are coming from as Nigerians. Nigerians are not serial daters. We don't believe in dating a man and doing wifely duties. The problem is that when a lot of Nigerians, migrate to different parts of the world, right, they adapt to the culture. And then, the men will deal with other women from different places and the women also. What I've noticed is that because Nigerians have had the opportunity, men or women, have had the opportunity to be with other types of people from different places, they see a difference. And they realize that some cultures, they can't date forever. There are people who have dated for 20, 15 years, and they are doing wifely duties, and nothing happens. There's no step up in the relationship. It's just the same. For a Nigerian woman, we don't do active dating like that. Maybe you can say, for lack of better words, we don't know how to date like that. It's not part of our culture to be dating. Because when a man is coming, for instance, to me and he's talking to me, I'm thinking friendship. I'm not thinking dating, no. That's my mindset. I'm thinking friendship because I want to know you first. I want to know what you're about, because when you're my friend, then I will see all the, I will catch you in moments that you don't expect. The same. I expect you to do the same with me. Okay. So we have to understand that from the mindset of a Nigerian, and then this idea of 50-50, I hear it a lot in the comment. I've seen it in the comment section. You have to be 100% whole as a person. All this 50-50, I have a problem with that 50-50. That's me, it's my opinion. But if you're coming to someone, you have to be 100%. And the other person has to be 100%. As a human being, I'm not talking about finances now. I'm talking about the growth that has taken place in that person, right? Even if you're a 20-something-year-old and you are actively looking to be with someone, I think self-development should come first. Now, this is just me. You know what I mean? There's some very wise 20-something-year-olds. Brother Adewale has blown our minds consistently on this platform, and he's young. Okay, that's where I'm coming from. So when you're coming and you're wanting to be in someone's life, please be all right first. Be all right. You don't have to make all the money in the world. And I to a certain extent, I understand where BO is coming from when it has to do with dating. If you're going out with someone, for instance, if I see you as a friend, if you're expressing interest in me and you take me out, I don't even want you to spend so much money on me because I don't want to feel obligated to you. If you're asking me, oh, let's meet here, and I see that the cost is a bit high, where you're taking me is a bit high, I'm a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, because I don't want you to use that as an opportunity to take advantage of me, to feel that, because there's some women who do it. They will go out with men on different dates and chop on their head and say, never been get money. I personally don't like that, So from that angle, I understand where Bio is coming from. But the question now is, what is your purpose in dating? Why are you, what are you dating for? There are some people.
But sorry, I beg, na man they marry woman, be na woman they marry man for
woman. Now man go ask
na
you.
man they go toast woman, be na woman they go. How you go toast woman? You know go spend money.
Yes, no me.
Okay, if you don't want to spend money, can go ask go cook for house now. If you don't want to spend money,
get some men. I tell you the trick. You get some men they use this trick. I know because I don't see them. Okay, some men go take you out to expensive restaurant. They go say they go pay, but in that saying they go pay, they go want to take advantage of you after they don't pay them. It they happen. If you be person when you don't date. I have been on dates, right, with men. They go take you to these places. Yes, they go pay, but there's something they're expecting at the end of it. And not be their fault entirely. Now also waiting they don't now waiting they don't experience. Now how they don't take role be that.
Maybe you want to take the person out, they beg you to take them out. If you ask to take somebody out, you are the one that makes the arrangement and you decide where you want to take them go. So how is that my problem if you decide to take me to the Marriott?
It's not a problem for you. I'm just saying for some people, it's not comfortable because some people have taken advantage of that. with some women. You understand? Not be all men they do. I mean, don't go. Man, don't carry me go radicing. Don't jollof. I don't chop. Nothing. There was nothing at the end of the day. He just wanted to do it. Okay. So I understand. But sometimes some men they use them as trick. That aside. Okay. That aside. And then
like the Tinder swindler. Not be what they do.
oh, God bless you. We never talk that one, but exactly. You see what I mean? Some may, okay, that man, when they spend the money, they take these girls out, they do everything. Should be that they jollof it, but there was an end game. You see, there was an end game to it. When you come start to the ask that they're not fit tell and no. Because you don't they plan, and that is the aspect because I don't see it happen to people when I know. So I know. You know,
you see my problem with BO, the conversation around spending money when you date. If you are dating somebody, you meet somebody for the first time, you take them out. Now you be man, now you say, I like you. Can I buy you dinner or buy you lunch or whatever? You take them out. Maybe you take them out the second time. Then, if you are building a relation, you not be every time you go out now.
Of course.
After maybe 1 or 2 outing, you decide to do something else. You can go to not be every time you go restaurant and spend money. You understand? I mean, there are other things that you can even do in dating that is not expensive.
Absolutely.
It's not always about going to restaurants or splashing money in a club or things like that. You understand?
Right.
As you get to know the person and you cultivate a relationship, you develop a relationship, other things go day where una go they do that might not necessarily involve money. And that's why I'm very, very weary about this conversation about, oh, I'm the one spending the money. Because like I said, we were not raised to spend money on a man that we're not married to.
Yes, we're not. We're not serial daters. No, but on that point, that's a no. That for me, I disagree with that. I disagree because it depends on where are you meeting these women. So you have to now determine, okay, these people I've noticed that when I date in this particular area, this is what I always get. So you change your location. For instance, if I meet a man that's telling me come and spend money on me, lie, you won't hear from me again.
And don't forget that women are doing very well too. The women who insist with us too are weary of men because they will be suspicious that they are only dating me because of my money.
Because of my money.
So where does it end? All this suspicion of you are materialistic, you are running after me. Where does it end?
Exactly. Now, which person get 90 they get with now which person waiting you get that they used to get waiting you not get, or however way I want to say it. You get my
use what you have to get what you want.
Exactly. So if in that case you're consistently meeting women that are always wanting you, it's money all the time, and that's not what you want, then you know what? You say, okay, I can't do this. This is not my thing. And then find your crowd. It's just for me, it's just that simple. And then the other thing I wanted to mention, and I think a lot of people have already touched on it, is that, you have to determine what you want. Do you want a relationship or do you want what stage are you on? People have to be very open about their communication, because when you're open with your communication, you're going to get what it is that you're looking for that particular time. You can't be expecting you can't be expecting someone to be doing wifely things when you are only wanting them to be a girlfriend. It doesn't work like that. We don't come from that type of culture. And then there's some men who have different appetites, right? In the other room. Find somebody who matches your tempo. Don't go and have 100%. Your appetite is off the roof and you're looking for innocenta. It doesn't work. There's so many things that tie into all of this, and money should never be a priority. For instance, a man that is kind. Generosity is not just in monetary terms. Generosity is time spent. Generosity is somebody listening to the issues that you have, your concerns. Generosity is, you come back from work, your legs are tired and you're getting a massage. There's so many things.
That's why I'm worried. That's why I'm worried about money, this money thing, money, and people say it's all about money. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem with obodooyinbo marriages.
It's only because people are coming from different places, and in their mind, that's what they think it is. And unless you get out of that mindset, you're going to be attracting what you worry and think about the most. That's just the truth. If you're worried consistently that, money, you're going to be meeting people around you that are drawn to that particular thing. I'm not, when I meet someone, I'm not looking at what's in your pocket, because guess what? I'm already okay on my own. It's not, whatever you're bringing is extra for me. Okay. So if I'm meeting you, I'm looking beyond what the physical you're presenting me. I'm listening to the conversation that you are saying in your mind, not the one you are telling me in your mouth. So I'm paying a perception, everything. I'm looking at everything. So I'm just saying that Nigerian women were raised different. We're just a different breed. Let's just accept it. Men were raised a different way. Women were raised a different way. Nigerian women are strong. Nigerian women are and it's true. Somebody said they will call you your BS out. They already know you don't they make kurukere. They don't already know where they go. They're just quiet, So let's understand. I think if we have respect for each other on that level, that okay, yes, I understand where this person is coming from. And if you want to be with a Nigerian woman, find a Nigerian woman that's as open-minded, that's willing, because there
You
are
don't need to be a
Nigerian
Nigerian
women.
woman. Go with the one you feel is the one that is good for
Exactly,
you.
doesn't have to be with a
Abi,
Nigerian
doesn't
woman.
have to be a Nigerian woman. Marry
It
Oyibo.
doesn't
If
have
not
to
that
be.
one you like, good for
Exactly.
you. Nobody go follow
Exactly.
and go live together. But the problem is when
Exactly.
you finish marrying Oyibo, you want her to cook a goosey soup for you. Now that time go tell you say, I don't do that. Sorry, I
Exactly.
don't do that.
I have a friend who married Oyibo. He can't they beg me, please come and help me cook a goosey. Please come and help me cook a bowl. And I tell him, I say, you need to teach your wife. There's YouTube. I forwarded links to him. Do you
Maybe
understand?
don't teach your wife. You go marry Oyibo because if he say in Nigerian woman is not good enough, you go marry Oyibo now you want make you call the teacher Egusi.
Exactly. I said, I don't have that time. I send her links. Do you understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, maybe we're all of us, man and woman, Nigerian man and woman. In Nigerian man, if you know, so you not like woman, Nigerian woman, you feel say na money, find your level. Or be
Oyibo,
open
you know, girl,
hearted.
Oyibo where they're materialistic. You never see Oyibo where they're materialistic, where they like money.
Sister, there was a clip of a video going around. They asked him and said, what's your profession? He said they married. She was driving one of these hot cars, whether not Porsche or whatever, some hot car. She came out of a very expensive car. Somebody asked her, what do you do? She says she's married. She did drip from top of her head to the soles of her feet in money. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand why they get this argument between us. I think everybody, water gets a
Everybody should
level.
marry who you
Find
like.
your level. Find your level. If na this kind of woman, when you know they find and go where you go, find and go. A Nigerian woman, you don't have to be. Nobody needs to be with a Nigerian man. Open your heart. The men plenty for this world.
After all, our sister in Korea marry
Day.
Ghana man, and the Ghana man can cook. And I love a man that can cook.
And I
So
love
if you
a man
like
that
a man that
thank
can cook,
you.
I beg, more look for Ghana man.
That's it.
Chinenye, you made me share the link when we were rounding up. Okay, what do you have to say?
Good evening,
Chinyere, sorry.
Yeah, want to be.
Good evening, Chinyere. You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So I'll make it very brief. I just want to chime in a little bit on what.
We can't hear you clearly, my dear.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me increase my volume. I hope you can hear me as soon as I do that. Is this still unclear?
Okay, it's better now, I think.
Okay, let me just increase the level of my voice. Okay, so I think what Bio is trying to say is that I don't think he's trying to make it a money issue. I think he's just trying to say that Nigerian women, like while we're also dating, and as much as it's the man that is chasing
Sorry, the
us.
audio is really, really bad. We can't hear you.
Oh no.
Okay, Chinenye, we tried, but it didn't work. I'm sorry. All right, Amaya, let's round up because I am tired. You believe it or not, I worked for 8 hours today.
Hi, man,
Yeah,
you
I
did
did.
try
And this is
you.
10 p.m. now.
I didn't want today. I was like, I had a busy schedule today, but I was able to finish up on time because I really wanted to, listen in, not necessarily engage, but I couldn't resist. So, all I'm going to say is this: find your level, find who will give you. For me, it is peace of mind first and foremost. For me, very, very important, and someone I can find joy in, and someone that can be my friend. Look for whatever it is, tugs at your inner spirit, and follow that. It doesn't have to be a particular group of people. Okay, if it is a particular group, if it is done, you must stay with Nigerian woman. Then find a Nigerian woman that has those
You see the
qualities you are
funny
looking
thing.
for.
You see something just occurred to me now. You see the reason why BO they come in contact with those Nigerian girls where they talk about say Nigerian girls when they know they agree pay after 10 dates. Because as a typical Nigerian man, they look for small girls.
That's it. You don't talk and finish. You exactly.
You
That
they look
is
for
the
small girl. You want make
yes.
up pay.
You want to
You
pay,
never
even
start.
if the person get profession. No, I even said it in the comment. I said you are looking for a mature woman. You want like someone of the caller said. I
If
can't
you
remember
look
who
for
it
a
was.
mature woman, a real woman where you
For a
don't mature, where you don't see life, now you go know.
woman
But if
go
you dey
ask
look for
you for
small girl,
Sudan.
you don't pay anything. Now you go continue, you go pay, you go.
Exactly. You will pay, all your teeth go fall out because
I know
her
one man there.
she's too.
I know
Mm.
one man for this UK. He's divorced. He get 3 children. He talks say he no go ever born pikin again. He done because he had a very bad divorce. Lost
Oh.
his massive house
Oh my God.
in the marriage, and the wife was vindictive. You know all those kind of women where be say marriage end, now wahala starts.
Exactly.
They drag this thing for years. Court, now so court they carry and go. They fight, it was so bitter, their divorce. He
Mhm.
thought say, you not gonna bump pikin again. Yeah, you know, one peace of mind. Guess what my guy go do?
Go
He go
marry
Nigeria,
Smalley.
go marry one small girl.
Exactly. That's what they do.
One small girl will never bump pikin, now he go marry.
Yes. Yes. That's
As I
usually the
see the girl, I know
problem.
say na slay queen. He marry and bring and come, wahala starts. Because they complain, now say, you see your life. You see your life.
Wow.
You go look for small girl. Now, why are you complaining?
Exactly.
You don't born pikin. The girl say you want born more. He say, la, no one born again. I say, you must born.
You must born, no.
You
That's
born.
small pikin you marry.
So, change your, the kind girls where you define. Marry
Exactly.
mature, look for mature women. Yeah? Because as we are, now so we take they think.
That's
So,
all.
mhm.
You don't hit the nail on the head, Sister B. Now small, they will go find small one. I talk am
Go
for
find
comment
one
section.
small. I see the girl.
Small girl,
If I
immature.
do my when I first see the picture, I dey clean my hands. See, I be like picking. But the position where they not be picking when father and daughter go fit dey.
Yeah.
If you see as this girl young, I think she will be in her 20s, and this guy is in his late 50s. So now waiting most times and now waiting man they find. Now they kill her.
Now they kill her. Something must kill a man. Something must kill a
Abi,
man. They will find
anyhow.
one.
Oh
Anyhow,
my
this is the
god.
problem. You know, say you get some things when you not fit compromise on. Why not find somebody who's going to meet you at the middle? Instead, you they look for mature woman inside small picking. How the small guy want to mature overnight? How? If they drink milk, you want me come they eat cow leg immediately. It doesn't work like that. This is a problem that some of our Nigerian brothers experience. They're not they pair themselves correctly. Instead, they always think they say, no, I need woman when go born for me. I need small girl. You know, it doesn't
No, they
always
like
work
small
like
girls.
that.
I never see African man when not like small girl before. They too like small girl. But when the wahala of small girl come, I go they run.
They're not fit
Chinyere, you are
handle am.
back. Let's see if we can hear you this time.
Hello, Auntie B. Is it better?
Oh yeah, it's better. Go ahead,
Okay,
please. We're
wonderful. Okay,
rounding up
real
now.
quick.
Yeah, 3 minutes,
Sure.
please.
So I think what Dio was trying to say is basically it's not like he's looking for a woman who will be sponsoring him or anything. I think all he's just basically saying is, while in the dating phase, yes, we're not married yet, but while in the dating phase, there's nothing wrong with one, even if it's once in a while, for the lady to just, even if it's just a suggestion, and say, "Oh, I got this time." That's basically what he's saying. He's just not. I don't think he's like. He's just saying that in a relationship, yes, we're still dating. But both parties should one
Contribute.
one way or the other, But it doesn't mean that it's just the initiative. And I think what you said about the maturity is another thing. It's just the initiative, but it doesn't mean that he's looking for the woman to be sponsoring him and doing this and doing that. But I completely understand what you're saying. Like a typical Nigerian girl that was brought up from that grew up in Nigeria, um, is looking for it's like, hey, we're dating. So since we're dating, um the investment should just come from the man. But I don't see anything wrong with once in a while you could, if it's like Valentine or whatever, and he gets you something. There's nothing wrong with you getting him something, especially if you guys are also depending on what the level of this relationship is. If you guys are now, intimate and there's a, there you guys are working on something, there's nothing wrong with every now and again you might say, okay, I get this or whatever. So I think that's what he's saying.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
all.
I got that. We got that from the last because it's not today we started the conversation. So we got this from the last video. So I definitely know what he's saying, but
Okay,
I want him to release his leg from that pedal where he keeps talking about money. Because
got it.
if you are a single man, I want you to look at other things that are more important.
Other than
Okay?
just
Because
money.
yeah, than money. Because a good person will give you their last dime. Okay, it's not about how much, it's what do they have and how much are they willing to give and what are they willing to sacrifice for that relationship, and it might not be materially alone.
Other things they could bring to the table.
Exactly, that's what I'm that's only my concern, that's it.
Got it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
understand what he's saying. Thank you very much, my
Thank you.
darling.
I was enjoying the show, and today it was much lighter. The last time it was
Oh, it
heavy.
was, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Chinyere. Yep. Thanks for contributing. Anna, you are next. Hello, Anna. Can you hear me? Oh, let's see. Anna, are you here?
I can hear you, Sis B. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. You're welcome.
You can hear me. Okay, sorry, I'm driving, so maybe a little
Oh, okay.
muffled.
All right.
Okay.
Quickly, please. We are
So I,
rounding up.
I didn't yeah, I know. I didn't want to call but I just decided to call because of this money issue. You
Mm-hmm.
see, Sis B, as much as career is very important to Nigerian men, money is also very, very important to them, honestly, especially in marriage. I have seen marriages in this Obodoyinbo that crashed because of money issue.
Mm-hmm.
So there is this belief that Obodoyinbo marriages don't last, and there are a lot of divorces and things like that.
Nigerian
So
corner.
believe me, money is a thing. Money is very, very important, and it is one of the reasons why those marriages crash. So I'm just trying to explain this to Bill's point, because
Mm-hmm.
you see the way he's emphasizing it, and he calls and says it and say it in the comment section. I'm not sure if he's married or not, but honestly speaking, what he's saying, it matters to them. And when they call in, out of maybe shyness or something, they may not want to, they may not want to point that fact out. But money is important to them. Very, very important. That's all I have to say.
What, Anna? Before you go, what do you say about dating, not marriage? Because we kept saying that we're not trained to
Well, with
to
with
bring
regards
money
to
into the
dating, I
relationship.
agree. Yeah,
Dating.
yeah.
Mm.
With regards to dating, I agree with everything that you say, and I agree with the things that the other callers say. I would not invest in a relationship that I don't know where it's going. I would not do that. In my marriage, I am actually the spender. I've been the one, I buy more things for my husband than he buy for me. It hasn't been, it's not an issue. But what I'm just trying to say is Nigerian women, they like commitment. So I would not date you and start buying
Spending
heaven and
money on
earth for
you.
you. I'm not going to
Mm.
do that. So
Yeah.
we like to, know that for sure this person is committed to me as much as I'm committed to them. And then we would spend. It's not like Nigerian women don't like spending, but they would not spend when they don't know your
Where
level
the
of
relationship is
commitment.
going. Yeah. I think
Exactly.
that's
But
it.
in marriage, yeah, in marriage it's different. It's different in marriage. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, Anna.
All
I
right.
appreciate your contribution. Yeah. That's absolutely the truth. So, guys, I'm gonna hear you dropped off. Okay. Lola and Ola say you can avoid reality, but you can't avoid the consequences of avoiding reality. Okay, you are speaking in parables today, Ola. Yeah, money is important. Nobody is saying money is not important. Oh, we are not saying money is not important, but we are talking about, people are getting it wrong. We are not saying money is not important in marriage or in relationship or in life. Whether you are married or in relationship, you still need money. Single people, don't you spend money? You spend money on yourself now. You eat, you do shopping, you go out, you fare your car. So money, life in general, money is important. But what I'm saying is that at the risk of other things are important, brothers should not overlook because they are busy chasing women that will be buying them everything or spending money on them during courtship, and then you now marry them because you think they are good people, and they will turn out to be Jezebel in your house. A woman can be generous with you at courtship, and you marry her, and she's bringing other men to your house to sleep with. I have a video that somebody sent to me now. This woman brought her boyfriend to her matrimonial home. She didn't know that the man had put CCTV cameras all over the house. He was seeing it at work. He ran home and caught them right-handed, like Liz. He caught them on top of his bed. So I'm just saying, brothers, please be careful. Okay? Whether woman give you money or not, you go kuku survive. The important thing is, consideration for one another. Saying, okay, this person is this and that, this person is this and that. And also, a lot of people that say Nigerian women are not bringing money into relationship, look at it from a cultural perspective. Other African women, they might not be after marriage. We are trained to marry. And that's why you need to listen to the video
Exactly.
from the beginning. We are programmed for marriage. Outside marriage to us does not make sense for us to do anything. And that's why I told you the story from the beginning, how we were socialized from age 6 and above. Marriage, marriage, marriage. So if you're not marrying me, why should I spend my money on you? This is the thinking of the average Nigerian woman. How many men I won't spend money for? When you never give me ring, we are not in a committed relationship. For all I know, you could go and marry somebody else. All my investment will be bad investment. You understand?
Exactly.
This is the thinking of the average Nigerian girl, as you they call BO saying a girl. Somebody they invest for comment section say they say girl.
Oh my God.
Some women they
Yeah,
para this night say,
I'm
make you know
telling
they call
you.
us girls. Marriage is engraved in our skull, oh.
It is from when we were born, my sister. So
So we not
I
be
want to
like Zimbabwe woman or South African woman or
we
Namibia
not be
woman.
like that,
We
oh.
are different.
We are
There's no
different.
basis for comparison, Joe.
We know they do serial dating. We know they date when you no get
We
where
date
they
for
go.
marriage, we date for commitment. That's
Yes,
all.
so
Some
that is just
Nigerian guys, you meet them 1 week later, they're asking you, where's this relationship going to?
exactly because they have a vision of where they are going and they want to know. That's just it, is the truth. So I want to address one commenter, NJCH.
Leave it. Leave it.
Uh-huh.
No
Okay.
need. Now you
Okay.
they tell me, say, make we know they entertain all this thing. No need.
Okay, that's true. Okay.
Sorry.
So not true. No, sister B, not true. We are taught from when we were born, no, that you must marry. Marry, marry, marry. So when you are dating, you're coming, that's your mindset. Of course, you go know, you not be every man you go feel marry, but you go know, you won't know which one get vision, where they go. Is it going the same direction? Are you people going on one lane or is going to be another lane? Where is it? So by the time you spend all that time, even here, I've met women from different backgrounds. They complain. They're doing every wifely duty and the man is not saying anything. Then that's why they love Nigerian men, like Nigerian men, because of the demands that we as we women in Nigeria, demand from them and their parents. Nigerian men date to marry. So when they meet you, regardless of where you come from, their mindset is marriage. They are not thinking they just want to, take advantage of you. Of course, that happens, right? I'm not denying that. But that's the mindset of a typical Nigerian. But when you come and you are coming to meet the woman, you're expecting her to to do wifely duties when there's nothing for her to show. To her, it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
So she's not going to be putting out all that money, be co-signing with you, buying house with you, on top waiting, So that's my own 2 cents is that we should respect each other. Man, respect woman, know where they come from, first of all. If you must be with a Nigerian woman, for me, I'm very open-minded. Anywhere, Japan, Chinese, anyone, Tokyo, wherever. Okay, as long as you have I am at peace with you. If I get peace, if I get joy, and I'm happy, that's it.
And
You
that's how
know,
it should be. Yeah.
may water river gets in level. Every water gets in level. But however they say it, find your
Yeah.
level. Find where you know say it go good for you. So, Sister B, thank you very, very much
Thank you,
for this
Omoye, my
great
darling.
topic
Thank you for always
again.
supporting me, even though some enemy of progress are trying to discourage you. You will not succeed.
They can't discourage me, Sister B.
I need
I'm in
I need this.
tune.
And you I say make we no address and so make we leave him. Thank you,
When
Omoye.
we leave am,
Know that
I
I
mean,
appreciate
there's
you
already
every day.
answer am for comment
Uh
section.
I
So,
beg you. It's okay. Thank you, my darling.
all right, love. We'll see you again.
All
Take
right,
care. Oh,
thank you.
love
You
you.
don't watch.
Thanks
I don't
again.
say you don't watch the tender
Take. I don't even
Tinder
before you
swing
even.
Gabi.
Yeah, before you even post, I don't watch out. So when I see
You
you,
don't
I
watch am.
jump. I say yes. I was gonna suggest
I
it
just watch
after
am.
watching it.
We are doing a review of it tomorrow.
Oh my
Thank you,
god,
my
I
darling.
can't miss that one. Somebody else has
We're
called
talking
me.
about it. Yes. Thank you, my darling. Adana says, thank you, Auntie B. I definitely learned a lot today. Thank you. Adana, spend money on that guy, you. But he has to marry you. Let him show commitment. I don't want you to spend money on somebody that will go and marry someone else. Buki, you always like to come where we're about to end, isn't it? Hi,
Hi.
Buki. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good
Okay.
evening, ma.
Good evening. You're welcome, my darling. Where are you joining us from? We're rounding up.
I'm calling from Canada. This is actually my first time calling.
Oh, really? Oh, it's another bookie there. We have a lot of bookie. You're welcome.
Yes, ma. So I just had something quickly to drop, and it's
Mhm.
interesting that this topic has a part two, because in the first part, I feel like one part that was not touched in the part one of the topic, I think it was touched today, which is the aspect of some women do not want to, if they don't see the future of that relationship, they tend not to commit to it. And so something that I wanted to add, in addition to all that has been said, is that I think another reason why women do not do this, for example, offer to spend, let's say in a date, when they go out for date, like a date night in a restaurant or something, I feel it's because some people don't want to start what they cannot finish. You know, I feel like there's some men that once you give them, once you show that, oh, you can spend, oh, so you want to show that you can spend, I feel like they might capitalize on that and now deal with the, not necessarily deal with the woman and start collecting, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like,
That's what.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Romani just saying the same thing. How any women face the same issue. I've had men come around me because they think they found Mugu and start planning things on top your money. In the meantime, no commitment. Oh, I beg. Oh.
exactly. So the fact that he has paid for the first few dates, as a Nigerian woman, I don't think it means anything to me, you know, because these men, the way they change is very, very, yeah. So that's really just what I wanted to say. I think women they're trying to avoid see finish, and they really want to see where the end of this is
Where this is
going.
leading to. Yeah.
Exactly. So thank you so much for having me, and good job.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, my darling. Please call again. Your perspective is very, very relevant because sometimes, we miss some things. So we like people to bring a different angle that we haven't spoken about.
Thank you
Appreciate you,
so
my
much.
darling.
Thank you so much. Have
All
a good
right. Have a
evening.
good
Bye.
day. Thank you, love. Right. We are ending now. Thank you, everyone that's contributed today. Thank you for all the people that called. And I think the lesson we've learned tonight is that, there's no point trash talking anybody. The way we are brought up is different. Okay, we are not brought up to spend money on men, except especially if it's toaster that can toast 10 of us at the same time. So it's different. And while other women from Africa background might not be so marriage, oriented and pursuing marriage, Nigerian women, marriage is our life. Once we meet you, when is the wedding day? Okay, I mean, it's good for people to just get to know each other. If you are worried, like you are spending money on relationship, like someone like Bill who's had experience of spending money on dating and the women are not reciprocating. Try to be creative. You don't need to spend money on dating. You can be creative. You can take if it's a good summer day, go to the park, go to the museum. There are places that you can visit when you are dating, getting to know each other, that you don't need to spend money. You don't need to commit a lot of money into it. I think where the money spending comes in is not even gift giving. It's when you date somebody who lives far from you and you need to fly to go and see them, you stay in hotel and things like that. But at the end of the day, we are different. Okay? We are different. It doesn't mean that one is better. African women from non-Nigerian backgrounds are not better than Nigerian women. Nigerian women are not better than them. We're just socialized differently, and the way we're raised is different. So if you understand that, then there will be peace. And I'm not saying that all Nigerian women are angels. I'm not saying they are saints. But there is no other country as well that you say all their women are good, they take all the nonsense, oh, they are very good, they support the every culture has the good and the bad. So let's not put all Nigerian women in one basket. Personally, I do believe that our brothers, they love us. Who else will cook for them? Who else will cook for Riro and Ogbono soup? Owo soup. When you want chop am, you go shop burgers, okay? You go tire for burger. Now burger you go to chop every day and chips. Thank you, Rao. Thank you so much. I like when you said about how your ex-husband was earning so much money and he has, assets in millions of pounds, and yet you left that marriage because it was a very toxic marriage for you. So thank you for bringing that perspective, because it makes us know that money is good, but not necessarily the ingredients that you need alone for marriage. You push you start doing Christian dating. No kerewa, no cooking. Just go to church and do fellowship. Pray to God. On the day of your marriage, that's the day you start. Stop all this, and that's why you are complaining. Do Christian dating. Those of you who are Christians, just be holy. Don't go to each other's house. Don't visit each other. Read the Bible and do Bible study. Everybody will be happy. Gbogbo yan wà okay. But you see, the funny thing is all these things that we're talking about is only an issue in the diaspora. In Africa, in Nigeria, till today, till tomorrow, till next year, now money, 980 the toast woman, money. The girls like it, the men like it even more because it gives them a sense of pride. They'll just say, you see that Mr. Macaroni that does comedy is a typical Nigerian man toasting for you. Just say, what's your account number? Alert, gagang. You just see 5 million bagang, 2 million bagang. That is the language. The language of love for most Nigeria is money. So, but I mean, money is good, but other things are very important as well. Thank you all so much for being here. Tomorrow is the grand finale of this series that we're doing. We're having a commentary and looking at the red flags about what's it called? Look who's here. Squats. What have you come here to do now? I'm rounding up. You want to eat? No, not all of it. Take some, only some for me. I want some. Did you just get home?
No, not now.
Where were you? Okay, let me round up then. Go. Take some and leave some. So yeah, tomorrow we're looking at Tinder, the Tinder. Make una say wetin wahala dey cause so Tinder a swindler. We are doing it tomorrow. So be here tomorrow and let's look at the lessons. Thank you everyone for being here. Toby, you see they are dragging me. I've been here for too long. I need to go sort out my family. Thank you all so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I shall see you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Tomorrow is Saturday. Yeah. Thank you. Chelsea, you say his face, no mind now. He's so vain. I will tell you, could they look mirror like this? Papa saying I me resemble. Thank you all so much. Yes, I dey go rest now. Tomorrow I go sleep till 12 o'clock. Thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening. I love you guys. All you women that in relationship or marriage, start looking for present. Start looking for Valentine. Valentine is in 3 days, I'll be 2 days. Start looking for presents. Yeah, it is well. Thank you all so much. Have a good evening. Please give the video a thumbs up. I love you.